Welcome everybody to the FGC Arcade Summer Community Series featuring Tekken 7 North America. My name is Mark. I'm here with Rip. Rip, how are you feeling today?
I am feeling fantastic. You know, we got an exciting top 8 here for the North American region. We saw the European region wrap up just a little bit ago. DBP, the Bob player, pulling through there, booking his ticket to EVO. Very fun to see. Got the reset in the grand finals, etc. But we got some fun players out here as well over in North America.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be really fun. You know, we are very familiar with a lot of these players, and I'm excited to see how it's going to play out, of course. The format for today, we are in our top 8, obviously. It's going to be a race to 3, best of 5 matches all the way through. So, of course, people may not be used to this, but they'll have more chances to adapt and adjust to their opponents. Not only that, you know, there's a lot on the line, Rip. There is a lot on the line going into this. Not only is there that prize money, but for first place, we got that hospitality package that's, of course, valued at $3,000, that trip to EVO. And I can't wait to see, because, you know, this might give a chance to one of these players that might not have an opportunity to normally go out to the EVO event. But I would love to see, of course, who's going to qualify and represent. We, as you mentioned, DVP from Europe representing already, but we're going to find out who from North America will make it out as well.
Exactly, and all 8 of these players in this bracket are going to be paid out today as well, as you saw there. But here we have it. Avery, formerly known Run It Black, going to be going up against Rick Steezy. That is a heavy-hitting first-round matchup. Then we got Anya Tekken. She's been putting a lot of work recently going up against Lo-Fi King 65, who we've seen time and time again out here at these FGC Arcade tournaments for PlayStation. Then you've got Undefeatable King. Not his first rodeo at a top 8 either, going up against Rectify's Damas, who also has been a regular. But then down here we got ELN going up against Joe Crush. These guys have been placing top 8s, top 3s regularly in all sorts of tournaments. So very, very big matches coming up in just the first round. And this tournament, first 3 games, best of 5 the whole way through.
The whole way through. It is going to be exciting. And, you know, some of the players that we were just highlighting, you know, Rick Steezy, always a crowd favorite in my opinion. Joe Crush has been on fire lately in every tournament that he's been entering, online or offline. So it's, of course, going to be exciting to see how he does in this tournament. Of course, these guys fighting for not only the money, but also the hospitality package to get into EVO. And, you know, I got to say, if you guys want to be part of these events and join these tournaments, you guys can sign up and get involved. Go to compete.playstation.com and make sure you guys sign up.
Exactly. That's the best way to get involved, guys. You know, there's also, Mark, you know, a little code here you guys can use for $25 off at evo.gg. That code is FGC Arcade. So if you guys haven't registered for EVO yet, you guys like, dude, everyone's going. It's going to be crazy. EVO hasn't been around since 2019. I want to see if Arslan and Ash can make it back to back. You know, it's like, it's time, right? $25 off. Use the code FGC Arcade.
Of course, and that $25 discount is for your entry into the event. It doesn't count for the arena tickets. That's going to be separate, but make sure you guys check out evo.gg for more information. Sign up and join us there. I'll be there. Rip will be there as well. Up next, you guys can see it. We have Avery going up against Rick Steezy. Any thoughts on this matchup, Rip?
Oh, man, this is a big one. And Avery, a very, very good player, right? Like, I would say he would be one of the favorites to win this entire top 8. However, well, before we get to Avery, 27 years old. He's a young gun out here, out of California, San Diego area. Social, Avery RIB. Streams on Twitch at twitch.tv/AveryRIB. But yes, you know, one of the top Jin players in the country. Still plays some of the DLC characters well. He had a Leroy for a while, also had a Fakam Rom that he's been working on, but really known for this Jin. You can see his record here through the qualifiers, 10-1 so far. That's a fantastic win rate across 20 matches.
He's been on fire, and, you know, he always brings it whenever he comes to competition. I would not be surprised if he was able to take the whole thing. However, the X factor in this matchup, he is going up against Rick Steezy Foshizi. This guy is a crowd pleaser. Anytime he has a chance to put on the hurt or put on an exciting moment, make people want to clip things, he'll do it. So Ricky, of course, one of the veterans of the games. He's been playing almost as long as I've been playing and competing in the game. He's been around for a while, but Rick Steezy, of course, he does stream on twitch.tv/RickSteezy as well. You guys, he does use Ganryu. It's kind of his main right now, but he's been known to use other characters as well.
Of course, known for that Akuma back then at Combo Breaker when he went up against Nia and had that crazy slow-mo with the Super versus Brian's Rage Drive. You can see here he's having a little bit more of a struggle out of these qualifiers. You know, actually, watching Rick Steezy stream is how I found out about the in-game tournament bracket on PlayStation. I did not know that was handled in-game, which is just amazing now. So this matchup, though, you know, the history between these two players is very interesting, right? Because really, Ricksta has a good track record against Avery. However, that was with the Akuma, right? Like, defensively, I think he's very good against the Jin pick from Avery. But like I mentioned, Avery's got the Leroy, he's got the Fakaram he can bring to the table here. Rick Steezy, I think, I've seen his Akuma lately. It's nowhere near what his Akuma used to be when he had that matchup with me. He's let that character go. He's focusing on Ganryu now. And as you mentioned, he goes for the clips. He wants people to click that clip button. But it's going to be Ganryu versus Jin. All right, interesting matchup. Here we go, 1st to 3.
That is the matchup we expected. Of course, gives these guys a little bit more time to maybe adjust because it is a race to 3. Do you think it's possible? I honestly think it's very possible that both of these players can switch characters, and it really depends on how you feel. And then, Jin Kazama, one of those characters where you have to be on point. You have to be on point. He has a lot of tools, but his tools excel much more if you are on point and able to perform throughout the day. But what a duck to start it off. Rick Steezy already getting the big combo. He's going to push towards the wall. Big damage.
And you see, he immediately called out that electric and had the punish ready to go. And, I didn't see Ricksta online at all last night. I don't know if he was training for this or what, but very surprising, given, that this tournament is pretty big in terms of prize package available. But a big lead here for Ricksta to start off round 1. Avery with that custom, not even custom, special PlayStation outfit, I'll call it. The Tekken 4 Jin outfit.
Oh, yeah.
The classic.
I don't like what Rix is doing here. He had a lot of pressure going into it. He found that opening shot, but he started to lay off on him. I don't think he cannot let Avery breathe, because if Avery has just a little gap, his reflexes are on point. He can turn things around, but luckily for Rick Steezy, he was able to take that first round.
Yeah, and interesting, going with that down 2 to close out the round. Wow, no punish. Avery's kind of freezing up a little bit. How do you feel about Ganryu so far in this game? This is not a character we see a ton of.
I think he's a strong character. He's a strong character, but his ease of use is not as easy as some of the other DLC characters, I would say. Mm-hmm. I feel like he's kind of overshadowed in that regard. Woo! Oh, man, but a big parry there. Into the can kicks, and Avery with a huge lead right now, but Rick Steezy with the rage.
What?
That's gonna be punish.
Is that enough damage? His life's not the lowest.
He's gonna sit on him, and he's gonna pull out his fan. This is what he wanted. It was by design. Harada's plan, baby.
Got him. Oh man, that was crazy. That round, Ricksta had a sidestep on the electric, got the full launch on it, which was crazy with Ganryu sidestepping, and then the parry and the can from Avery, but then the one whip and Ricksta off the crouch with the rage art. Counter hit low. Wall carry's good. Oh boy. No combo though.
Look at that. He's keeping that pressure by the wall. He's already up 2 rounds. It's looking really good for Rick Steezy, especially with the life lead. Good break on the throw, switching positions. Now Avery putting Ricksta into a bad position. Oh, and the wall splat.
The running 3 pressure. Wow. Rage mode for Rick Steezy. Can he make a comeback? What a block. No rage drop. What? Nothing?
Nothing at all. That was a big whiff too. Big
clap.
He's gonna close it out.
He's got rage art.
Round straight. Are you serious? Back-to-back rage art round enders from Rick Steezy?
It's enough, right?
It's enough. It is more than enough. I'll bet my bottom dollar.
Sit on it. It's not enough.
Oh my God, it's not enough.
No bottom dollar for Markman. It's a down forward 3. We'll close it out, though.
It was enough in theory.
In theory? In theory?
Oh my gosh. Man, if I was a betting man, I would have lost right there. But man, hey, 3 rounds straight. Nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, that was impressive. And, 2 of those rounds are crazy comebacks, right? So, Avery still can make this happen. But that just seems to be the thing when these 2 guys play each other. Ricksta seems to have a small edge, and that small edge is really adding up here. The crazy thing about it is it's 1st to 3 here, so maybe 1st to 3, Avery can have a better chance to bring this back. But let's take a look at some of the replays from this first game. And, Ricksta just dominated the first round, had such a big lead, even gave him some space and still brought it back. But this parry into the can was fantastic. But then look at this mistake he makes. Ducks the high rage art for the punish. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That was clean. I love seeing that, of course. And they kind of set the tone, even early on in round 1. The clutch, Rick Steezy coming out on top. He is here to play. And again, race to 3. Run it black, having to go back to the drawing board after this. Do you think there's a possibility, there's a chance he might switch to Leroy?
I think he sticks with Jin one more game. One more game at least. But look at him surviving here. And I don't know, Avery did try to side roll. Okay. I think maybe if he held back, that's not guaranteed, but I think because of side roll, it worked out. Regardless, though, very good start for Rick Steezy out here. And you see a couple of the things that he does that's anti-Jin specific, right? Like the sidestep right to avoid the forward 4 or the electric, ducking after the CDS stance. So it's like there's a couple of things that he does specifically against Jin that really gives hesitation to Avery.
And specifically against Avery as well, he started noticing that Avery started, sidestepping and parrying and kind of ducking during certain instances. He got him with that clap from Ganryu at a perfect time that really clutched out the rest of the match and put him in a bad position. But he's going to stick to Jin. He's going right back into it. Looks like we are going to get the arena stage for game number 2. And I got to say, if Rixa continues with this momentum, he's going to go all the way. He might not need that box to stand on. He could do it on his own.
Oh, man. But we'll get there when we get there. I was just thinking about, the prize pool is huge, right? Like, obviously, everyone's playing for their trip to Evo. Prize pack is $3,000, right? But, second place drop-off, it's huge. So, can you get it all the way? You got to start on the winner side of things and keep it there. Rick with the launch.
Nice adjustment and the delay. You got to delay it just a little bit. Look at that big damage, but he misses the tail end of the combo.
And Avery sidestepping to get the wall position, but to trade!
He does dash bombs. That was crazy.
Oh, Doskoi?
Easy. Huge lead here. How is he going to close this out?
How did he block all that? Is he going to close it out is the real question. Yes, he is.
He baited a reaction out there. He went for the crouch dash 1. No one's home, but Rick Steezy closing it out.
Hey.
Look at this patience here from both of these players looking for their shots.
Oh boy.
Nice. This is a huge lead, but right now the momentum switching. Rick Steezy getting that combo, not only the combo, but pushing Jin ever closer to the wall. Oh,
bad trade for Ricky! And Avery on the board off that trade. Man, there's been a lot of trades. Their timing is so close.
I mean, after 4 unanswered rounds there, you have to see a reaction from Avery finally on the scoreboard here.
Man, now Ricky trying to call out the ducks to the down forward 2. Finishes the string. What? I don't think he meant to do that, right? He meant to sit. He hit a forward 1+2 instead of 3+4. Still poking, maintaining life lead. The parry, dude. Avery is hesitating on everything right now.
Oh, man. Oh, and the down 1, that covers the options. He stayed on the ground. Of course, that hits grounded as well. Rick Steezy, hey, man, he might go up 2-0.
Not looking good for Avery.
Here's the end. Oh, my gosh,
he should have.
Okay, he's trying to show off now. Maybe Rick Steezy's getting a little bit too confident.
This is the problem with the man. Just stay solid like you've been doing all along.
Oh, the Kazama Fury. Threads the needle, gets the extra hit. Now here comes Rick Steezy with the rage.
What?
Oh, big counter hit.
I can't believe he interrupted. If Rick steals this round too.
It's very possible he could do it.
He hella can do it now. No, the down 3-3. Okay. Final round, game 2. This guy is so crazy. Oh my gosh.
Straight up with that down forward 2. Migi Appa.
To the wall.
He went for the mid one more time. He was feeling himself there. But here comes Avery.
That's close. Baited!
Into the Demon Paw, the follow-up here. They're about even on life.
Oh,
and this could be it. This could be it.
It should be it. Yes, it is. Keeps it simple there. Nicely done. Rick Steezy up 2-0 over Avery right now. Man, he's just been calling all the big shots that they've all been hitting for him, really.
Yeah, he called him out there. That last sequence there, he knew that Avery was going to step, and he got him with it from crouch out forward too, able to nail that big combo at the end, close it out. I am very impressed with how Rick Steezy is playing. Good stuff so far.
Yeah, and exactly like you mentioned, right? He called out the step. The other times, he's stepping himself correctly. It's just the 3D movement is really in Rick's advantage here.
Oh, yeah. And look at this, looking for that opportunity, able to bait the whiff, and gets the punish in time. But this is where, Avery starts turning things around. He finally got on the scoreboard here, and I thought for a moment there that Rick Steezy got way too cocky, way too confident, and started losing it. But just everything started falling into place again. got all the right reads, baited him for that reversal right there, and he was able to close it out. Great stuff from Rixta, looking to close it out, and the big comeback. The big comeback potential, I should say.
It was almost
Putting the
there,
pressure
right?
on. Yeah, he almost had it. I thought he for sure had an opportunity. But of course, the big risk there from Avery, going for the down 3-3 and looking to close it out. And here it comes. There he goes.
Smart. So smart. And the wall is the perfect distance away so he can close it out there. Rixta up 2 games straight here. And this is the point where Avery has to consider switching characters, right? I think that Rixta is very good against the Jin.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not so much
He's
against the
proven
other
it
characters.
already. Without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, 90% of the games that Avery has played leading into this, he's been winning. But now he runs into this big problem. Is he going to switch? And if he does make the switch, which he did,
boy.
he has to win 3 straight games here with Leroy, which is, I'm sure he can do. But can he adjust in this game? This game is important. You only have 1 game to give right now.
Yeah, and I haven't seen Avery play a lot of Leroy lately. I've seen a lot of Fakrom out of him lately, but not the Leroy. And, the good thing about this is that I've played Rixta with even my Leroy, and he's not the best against the character. So this is a good pick from Avery, but I feel like Rixta's still in his head, and I feel like the defense that we've seen against Ganryu from Avery has not been perfect. He's hesitating on all the punishes, so I think it's still in Rixta's favor. Let's see what happens. Game 3 here. Rixta trying to 3-0 Avery.
Oh, yeah, tall order, but Leroy and Sugar, that's a good combination. Let's see what happens. And one of the things that Rich Steezy is going to have to worry about just out the gate is the ability for Leroy to negate a lot of options that Ganryu would have. A lot of the mids, a lot of the highs. Avery has a read on the timing. He could negate those with just his parry. Whoa, what kind of combo was that?
That was crazy. I was surprised he knew the wall was there even. But again, a big lead for Rixta. You saw early on Avery testing the string and Rixta didn't duck the high in it. So showing a little bit of inexperience against the character, but that did not break the balcony. Okay.
Had a big
Trying
chance
to
here.
stab.
Gets the big. Ooh, that's huge.
Doesn't go for the balcony break. Gets the rage drive anyway. He could have done balcony break and a rage art there, but he's warming up the character.
Oh yeah, he's getting the engine revving and running. This could be bad. Rick Steezy has to put a stop to this early on. He does not want Avery to get momentum because that's all Avery needs. He needs that momentum. He needs that confidence to be able to perform and outplay against Ganryu. And the character being as good as he is, Leroy can definitely do it.
Oh, for sure.
And right
duck.
now, oh man, he's looking real good. Was that a duck or a throw break? Either way,
boy,
big counter.
shotgun.
Yow.
He's done. Oh!
He missed the last hit. Oh, this could be
Rage
bad.
drive. Oh my gosh!
He might regret this all.
He got the rage drive. The scoring doesn't even need to step on it. Avery let that one slip away. He let it slip away. Shotgun
Again,
setup.
reminder, every set that we're going to be seeing today is a race to 3. Here we go. Right now, Avery is just in control.
I have the flow chart, and he does not know how to stop it. Every setup's working. It's crazy. Rixta looks like he hasn't played against Leroy in months. Shotgun!
He's landed so much of that sawed-off shotgun. Big counter hits, able to get all that damage. But look at the positioning now. Rick Steezy has a chance, but he's really going to have to take advantage here. Oh, is he going to take it to the final round? He might.
He might.
One hit could do it. Down 2s. Is he going to bait it?
Rage drive. Oh my gosh, down 2 from downtown, final round. Set point for Rick
go.
Steezy.
Most important round of the set so far. He goes for the cane early on. How's he going to deal with this? He's starting to go for the lows.
Oh boy.
He has to be very careful not to get clipped.
Third hit, that's a combo.
Oh, he gets it. And the wall positioning here goes for the sweep.
Oh my gosh.
And see, that's the thing
Wall's in the way.
The difference. That has been the difference. Rick Steezy has been so good at calling out with that down forward too.
What?
Oh my gosh, he goes under the shotgun.
Under! No launch.
He
should have, yeah, he knew. Oh, that was it!
He didn't believe in himself.
Oh
my gosh.
Oh.
The delay. One more hit can do it. Either way.
Forward to Rick Steezy, 3-0 over Avery. Pick the Jin, pick the Leroy, whatever DLC you want. It doesn't matter, kid. It's over. It's over. 3-0. Wow. I didn't expect that.
I did not expect it either. With Rick Steezy winning this opening game, or this opening set, I feel like he has to win the whole thing now. I would be so disappointed if he doesn't.
That's a very Rick thing to do. That's a very Rick Steezy thing to do. You know, but he played fantastic here. You know, especially against Avery, Run It Black. He has a lot of good experience against this player. Especially against the Jin, right? But we knew the Leroy was going to be a problem, and it definitely was. I feel like Avery made a mistake by not picking the Leroy first, even.
Oh, yeah. I feel like Rick Steezy got lucky in that regard. I mean, there was opportunities here and there that could have gone either way. And look, this was such a big opportunity here.
Yeah, Avery did the wrong combo. He should have closed out that round there, but because he did the wrong combo, Rick Steezy's alive.
And he would have had the game. If he had that extra round, he would have had the game. Just unfortunate here, but Avery, of course, we'll see him a little bit later on. He is not done yet, but Rick Steezy, man, he just put on quite the performance, even though he got hit by everything in the book.
That round was crazy. It's like 100% Avery here. But this was the story, right? Like, so many of these rounds in this entire set, Avery had a huge lead, and then Rick just plays solid and makes the comeback happen.
Yeah, clutch Steezy. Able to make sure he comes out on top, and look at that, just whittling away, waiting for these opportunities, and of course, ends it with that nice forward two, waiting for that opening, and he got it right when he needed it. Good stuff.
Yeah. All the timing in Rick's favor there, and Rick Steezy 3-0 moves on into the bracket, one stage ahead. And I got tricked because I saw Lo-Fi King also advanced. Like, who is he playing against? Lo-Fi King got it done against Anya Tekken 3-2. Wow, nicely done, Lo-Fi King. So we'll see Lo-Fi King versus Rick Steezy later, I gotta believe. And then we still got Undefeatable King versus Damas and ELN versus Joe Crush on this upper bracket right now. But you see below, Anya, Tekken, and Avery will have to play in the lower bracket. That's going to be a good one for sure.
And that's going to be exciting because, again, there are still good matches that are up, and I can't wait to see how this is going to play out. ELN and Joe Crush is up next. And that's the matchup I was also looking forward to here. Joe Crush has really been tearing it up. You know, for the longest time, he's been decimating a lot of the players around the world in these online tournaments using Geese Howard, but more often than not, these past few tournaments, he's been switching back to his old main character of Jack 7 and has been doing maybe better, right? He's been doing very, very well. So ELN has a history of using Master Raven and even Kunimitsu, but it's always a guess to which character ELN's going to use. So I'd love to see it. And of course, he is a veteran player, originally from South America. Would love to see what ELN brings to the table here in this competition.
Yeah, you see it here, 37 years old, currently in Utah. Did pretty decently there. Not the highest win rate percentage in these qualifiers, but these qualifiers were hard, man. People were trying to enter. Everyone saw the prize pool, that trip to EVO. They're like, yo, I need that trip. I'm trying to go. So ELN here, getting it done, though, qualifying into this top 8. And, you know, him and Joe Crush have a bit of a rivalry, I would say, in Tekken 7, especially the last year and a half or two.
Oh, yeah. Joe Crush, of course, one of the younger players in the scene right now, but very successful. He's definitely been building a name for himself, especially during the pandemic, doing very well with these online tournaments, but with the return of these offline events as well, he's been making a name for himself. He's been doing very well. Very much looking forward to him at future events.
And look at that win rate. They're 100%.
Undefeated today? Undefeated.
Like, man, put people in front of me, I will take them all out. I'm not even losing the game. Joe Crush. And it's probably going to be the Jack here. I'm curious, right? Because, you know, we've seen a lot of the Geese Howard before. But prior to that, it was the Jack, and recently it has been the Jack. In between that, he also had a Julia and a King that he was playing with a bit. Even recently, we saw, you know, online exhibition where he beat Arslan Ash in a set. So, you know, he's getting it done right now. He's one of those players who, throughout the pandemic, has been grinding online through the tournaments and just making a name for himself by placing so well. So, this should be a very interesting tournament match right here.
Oh, yeah, and that has to be a huge confidence boost, too, as well, knowing that what you've been training for and what you've been learning as a student of the game has been paying off, being able to beat some of the players that you weren't able to compete with before. And, you know, he's been beating a lot of the best players in the U.S., but not only the U.S., even the world now. It's crazy.
Exactly. And, you know, the Geese Howard, I feel like that character can take on anyone from any region, right? Jack is a weird one, though. You don't really see players around the world being successful with Jack, but out here in NA, we seem to have a lot of those.
Correct. NA Jack is built different. It's from a different factory, probably. But most of the Jack players, in Asia especially, I would say, like maybe Saint, he ends up using another character. There was Naroma who ended up switching characters as well. But Anakin was one of those guys that, hey, Jack is my main character. I'm going to use him all the way. And he's had so much success with that character. And I feel like that realization has kind of rubbed off over to Joe Crush as well, who has gone back to his main.
Yeah, it's super interesting to see it all play out, especially. But this matchup here, I gotta believe we're gonna see the Master Raven from ELN. But you know, they have so much history as players that we don't really know what the match could be. It could be Kunimitsu does bury against Joe Crush, so he wants to run the Kunimitsu here. Personally, I've always been a big fan of the Master Raven. And ELN over the past few years was kind of dabbling. You know, when Tekken 7 came out, was using like Lucky Chloe when she first came out with the game. I remember the very first tournament we had Tekken 7 in NA, and ELN was like, "Watch this, Lucky Chloe just framed down 4-2, 4-3-1." I was like, "How did you do that? You've never even touched this game." He's like, "I've been watching a lot of videos." I was like, "What do you mean watching videos?" And look at that. Yeah, we do get the Kunimitsu from ELN, and we're gonna get Geese Howard from Joe Crush.
You know, this is the opposite of what I thought we would see. I thought we were going to see Jack versus Raven, but hey, maybe these guys, again, because of the history, because of knowing, they try to surprise each other, and they not only surprise each other, they surprise us as well. But
sure.
I like watching both of these characters. Kuni for her amazing movement, but then Geese just for his explosive nature on what he can do.
And you know, Kunimitsu's got these kunais, and a lot of players can't, or a lot of characters cannot parry or counter them. But Geese Howard doesn't care. He's like, throw whatever you got at me, I will counter you. But Joe Crush, not really a very counter-heavy Geese.
But if he does land one and he gets that read, that's obviously going to be a big momentum shift. Just because he gets a combo afterwards, it's so crazy. Let's see what he does. How are we going to get into this nice power crush? It hits out of the air, gets a little float.
I wonder if they both. I was gonna say, I wonder if they both decided to go for the mix-up character choice because it's a first to 3.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is again, you have the ability to test things out, especially early on in the set, because you could always go back to your main. You have 2 chances to go back to your main. Oh my god!
And he didn't get a kick, man. Scrambly first round here. But yeah, they do have multiple chances to switch characters. But look at the pokes, and the jump in's gonna connect. No combo. Wow!
Oh, nice. He knew that time that it missed. He got the wall standing 3, able to pull it off. Gets the combo and the wall now. Here's the positioning. Good spot to be.
Mix.
Oh,
there's the
but
low.
not gonna duck that one. The tests are coming out.
Hey. Uh-oh, popping up. Look at the win streak on ELN side. 22 win streak. Oh my goodness. It's about to fall apart. Damn, he's ducking those eyes.
They trade blows.
Jump in? Not this time. Yeah, Joe's adapted to the power crush usage from ELN right now. It seems to be one of the big things he's doing with Kunimitsu.
Uh-oh. Gets the combo, but a bit sideways here. Let's see how he adjusts. Oh, caught him with the back 3-2 into the max mode cancel. 3 rounds straight. Very clean here. So ELN obviously going to have to go back to the drawing board. That was tough. 3 rounds straight, very convincing there from the Geese, and still showing that he is quite the competitor with Mr. Howard.
Exactly. You know, when you go back and you look through that entire game, there was a lot of back 2 usage out of ELN. But Joe Crush, he adapted. He's like, okay, I see you're trying to power crush through everything. So he started blocking and punching just by the end of that first game. And there's 3 rounds straight, so that was really quick adaptation. You know, I don't think that this character matchup is going to work out, but this first round was so scrambly back and forth, and just a really bad duck there from El Negro. You know, it just was not the right place to do it.
Yeah, he was not ready for it, but again, that was just unfortunate. He got hit by the forward 1+2. And looking here, I mean, he had so many close rounds here, ELN did, but again, just got clipped there, got hit by the low, the follow-up, and that was all she wrote. Joe Crush was able to take it.
Smart low parry, and that's exactly what I was talking about, adapting to that power crush usage. Joe Crush now the wall break immediately just does another one, finds the wall splatter with it. And this is really all Joe Crush with the Geese.
Yeah, it's nice to see, because he hasn't used this character in quite some time. At least I feel that way. You know, we've been seeing him at all these events, and he's been going in with Jack, but it's all on ELN now. Will ELN switch to Master Raven? I have a feeling you have to do it now. You can't wait till the very end, otherwise you're stuck with a certain character. You want to get the data out early, second game going into it, find out which character is working better, and then make that decision on the potential third chance if you have to use it.
Yeah,
so we'll
I totally agree.
We will see.
I mean, if we look back at the set we just had before this with Avery versus Rick Steezy, it was clear that if Avery had tried out the other character's second game, you know, then that might have been more successful for him, right? And instead, he got 3-0'd there. So I feel like we're really in the same situation here. I think ELN really has to bring out the Raven, and I think that if it doesn't work, then you have the choice. You can say, well, which one do I want to run, or do I want to try something completely different? But right now, it looks like Joe Crush has a very good handle on the Kunimitsu.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think any character that is going to be thrown at him, he kind of has that expectation on which character that ELN is going to pick. Goes with the Master Raven, kind of like what we expected. And I feel like this character has more of a vortex in terms of mix-ups. So I think Master Raven can control the narrative a little bit more, especially when it comes to those scramble situations. Not to say that Kunimitsu can't do it, but the way that he has been playing Kunimitsu, it really looked like, Joe Crush had no problem with it, right?
For sure. And I like the duck attempts on the highs that we saw ELN trying to pull off. One of them was a trade, but he got one with the clean launch. So if he can keep that going, that's going to help him here overall. But the thing I didn't like was the big duck there, right? Against the forward was two. Like, sidewalk instead of duck, basically. But here we go. Starts off with a big lead. Back turn throw. Got him. Big damage.
Oh, yeah. Gotta watch out for that. Already kind of changing, a big change of pace. Just you can see it from the outset. Oh, nice positioning here, but the jump in doesn't get the confirmation for the combo.
It doesn't have meter yet either, so not the end of the world, but oh boy, he still has rage. It's gonna hurt. And he's gonna build up a bunch of meter too.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt as well. This rage art does a ton of damage, especially that very last hit. Not only that, good positioning here. Let's see what the mix-up is.
Mix! And the mix gets him again! Oh man, you gotta block the mid and look for the low. That's like the only way to really deal with that mix-up.
Yep.
And man, that was such a big lead that was just blown by ELN. And here comes another big lead. Good block.
Here we go. Caught him ducking there. Hit him with the mid option.
Wow. I think you just trying to do the crouch dash. Wow. Is he dead?
This could be it. This should be it, right?
This last hit is unscaled.
Oh, wait. He's alive.
Oh my gosh. You're just throwing it away, dude.
Wrong
and look
decisions
and here come the taunts from Joe Crush.
When he starts popping off, you know that's a wrap.
And I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, 2 rounds in a row, ELN had a huge lead. And threw away both of them. Just really bad decisions.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Here comes Joe Crush. He's going to get the wall here. Not only the wall, he's going to get the position here with that extra damage from the combo.
Oh, yeah. And he's feeling it right now. He's just going in. He's doing what he wants. Here's the low this time. Stand up. You're done. Get out of here. Low parry again. All the wake-up options and the taunt some more. Joe Crush up 2-0. Steps on it. Yikes. Yikes.
So you're ELN. You're in this position now. You lost both games quite convincingly with both of your main characters. What do you do? What do you do? Because just looking at those 2 games, neither one looked better than the other to me. They were both very one-sided. Mistakes were made on my end. What do I do to fix this? What do I do to rectify this?
I think the offense with the Raven is working out better, but defensively, he's just playing really badly against Geese Howard. Like, he's trying to look for certain specific things, but the rest of the time, it's just not the right idea, right? So that seems to be the big thing. And also, Joe Crush has a good call-out on his wake-up kicks, like the options he's going for. Like, he's going for the lows a lot. Joker's to look for the low parry there, right? He's got it with multiple of them right now. So, personally, I would stick to the Raven here. I think that's your best offensive chance of getting this done. But defensively, you just got to clean up a couple things and you can still make this all happen.
A lot of it came down to decision-making as well. That spring kick right there, like, what was that?
Right.
You risked it all there when you could have just reset the neutral and played your normal game out.
That spring kick wasn't going to kill anyway, right?
Yeah.
Like, a spring kick is a little bit risky, but, like, sometimes you'll go for it if it's going to kill the opponent and win you the round, but that wasn't going to do that.
Able to close it out. Again, got him with the mix-up. One more hit, and that was all. That was it. Right decisions almost every single time.
Yeah, it's like Joe Crush is living in his head. He's like, oh, what's coming up next? Ah, there it is. I see it.
I've seen this episode before, right? Yeah.
You can do a low kick, right? Yes, you are. On Wake Up, of course. There's the low fairy. Boom. Just what I wanted. So rough stuff. ELN got a decision to make. I think it's probably going to be the Master Raven. It would be pretty wild if we went to, like, Lucky Chloe. I don't think that's going to happen, though.
No, not going to happen.
I think unlikely.
I think it's very viable to see Kunimitsu as well. I think, okay, it's going to be Master Raven. But either way, tall order. 3 games straight in order to advance. That is what is needed by ELN. Joe Crush is on fire. You know, Joe Crush really has not shown any signs of weakness there. Of course, there were close rounds here and there, but the confidence and the ability to carry over round, he's been doing such a great job. So either way, he has a tough matchup ahead of him. Let's see if ELN can make these adjustments. I'd like to see him make some smarter decisions in terms of offensive rushdown. The way that he's picking apart his opponent. He can do it. He has the reflexes to do so, but he's been getting clipped and caught by so many different things. Let's see how he turns things up, so to speak.
And really, he's very good at adapting. He's been a tournament veteran for well over a decade at this point. So it's not unusual to see him go down early in the set and bring it back. So, you know, in a regular tournament, this set's over. Joe Crush won 2-0. But this is not a regular tournament. This is first to 3.
Oh, yeah. And if you guys are just tuning in, you guys are watching Tekken 7 from the Summer Community Series here at FGC Arcade. Hope you guys are enjoying. Winner of today's event, of course, will get a hospitality package and a trip to EVO 2022 in Las Vegas, happening in August.
Oh my gosh!
That was crazy. That was the right read, but it did not hit.
Yeah. Wait!
Uh-oh, big opportunity here. Oh,
Nice.
missed the combo. I can't believe it. Unfortunate. And another taunt.
Of course.
Joe is crushing his dreams right now.
Oh man, ELN. I don't even know if ELN's gonna be able to play through the lower bracket after this. You know, I feel like this will be emotional damage.
Gosh.
You know, this is rough.
This is definitely rough. It's not looking good for our hero. But Joe Crush letting everyone know that I'm the hero. Oh,
I love
gosh.
that.
2 rounds straight here in game
And the
number
taunt
3.
still?
And it's been very clean. Did Joe Crush even lose any rounds?
No, not yet.
This is unprecedented. Right now, ELN does have a slight lead, but can he perform? Can he close one out? Sometimes that momentum shift is what he needs. What's he doing? The art of fighting without fighting?
And getting hit by, uh-oh.
Okay.
Is he maintained likely gonna win by time? Is that the strategy here?
I don't know. It's
Turtle
an
all day.
interesting strategy. Oh,
Yeah, look at that.
Got him with the forward 4.
The mix. No, a duck in the high. He was ducking those earlier. Oh my gosh.
The follow-up.
We got around. All right.
That should be it. All right. He still has some life.
Oh,
in him.
the key charges. It's getting crazy. Okay. If he brings this back and wins the game, down 4-3 counter it.
Oh, that was big. Oh, he misses the second hit of the backturn kicks. This is
Good
not
punish.
looking good. This is going to be huge damage as well if he gets the wall. And he does, of course. It's Geese Howard. Look at all that red.
Yo. Oh boy.
ELN trying to tie it up on rounds.
Get off.
How are you going to do it though?
The mix.
What are you
We got
looking
2
at?
rounds. Is he gonna bring it all the way back? No way. No way.
I already bet my bottom dollar, so it's on you.
Oh
Rick.
no.
It's on you. You make that call.
I'm not calling nothing.
The fireballs are coming out again.
That was what you wanted. Oh. The jump in's good. And a huge lead. Maybe
Oh,
an
this is-
insurmountable lead.
This is going to be hard. You can't say insurmountable lead. Not like
I
this.
don't know.
Not when Rage is in play. Okay, never mind. You're right. You're right.
Come
Right.
on. Oh my goodness. Joe Crush gets it done. 3 games straight. ELN made it interesting at the end. Got a little interesting there. I love the strategy. You know, when you play someone online and they just stand still, you wonder like a lot
something
of
wrong?
Is the controller
Right?
stop working? Did the network somehow fall apart? What happened? It's a great strategy.
Or was it him asking for mercy? Like,
No,
hey man, go
no,
easy
no,
on
no.
me.
No way. No chance. But that was fantastic there by Joe Crush. Staying composed the whole time. That was such a crazy exchange. Like, that could have been the round on the board there, but instead, he stays under. And then the combo drops after this. Look at this. Oh, my gosh.
Unfortunate was like the name of the game. There were so many bad things that happened for ELN in gameplay, and it just all started adding up. And, you know, on top of it, Joe Crush was playing out of his mind. He was destroying him. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and just look at this. It looks so free for Joe Crush throughout most of this.
Yeah.
And I love that. The down 4, max will cancel into another low. No ducking that high, even though we saw plenty of ducks that high earlier. It looked like that's what ELN was focusing on. But look at how he turned this back around just to get on the board. And it was the same thing again, right? There's a couple of chances here. Can we go back turn mixture? I think that's how we got it. Throw break was important. Step in the Repukins. Oh yeah. The little fakey caught him, but then the
this
jump.
is where we started. This is where we started getting a little bit excited. Like, is he really gonna start the comeback series from here? But then Joe Crush just crushed our dreams once again.
Yeah, Geese with meter, such a problem in a final round situation, and that'll do it. 3-0 for Joe Crush, advancing in the bracket. And you see the updates here. Undefeatable King, 3-1 over Rectify's Damas. Kind of surprising there. Undefeatable King moves ahead. We'll be going up against Joe Crush here in the winners' semis. Alongside Rick Steezy and Lo-Fi King as well. But let's take a look down at the lower bracket. Avery still pulls it together, takes out Anya Tekken 3-0 to stay in the tournament. And that means, of course, ELN versus Rectified Damas down there as well.
Nice stuff, and we will see some more matches, of course, a little bit later on. But man, it's good stuff so far. Those two sets of matches that we've seen have been amazing. And again, if you guys like what you guys are seeing, you guys want to be part of all this action, make sure you guys sign up and get involved. Compete.playstation.com to join future events as well. I love it. I love seeing this competition. Of course, a lot on the line today, especially.
Exactly, and it's free to enter, guys, so head on over to compete.playstation.com and get involved. And you guys can also use the code FGCArcade for $25 off at evo.gg. If you guys haven't signed up yet, now's your chance, dude. Evo is coming back. It's going to be in August. You won't want to miss it for sure. I mean, this doesn't include the arena tickets, of course, and, you know, Tekken is one of those games that's, I think, is sneaking on in there into the arena again.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Definitely. But yes, guys, FGC Arcade for $25 off at evo.gg, I believe. But we got to take a short break, guys. Don't go anywhere. PlayStation Tournaments, FGC Arcade, Summer Community Series, NA Finals will continue after this break.
We're really excited to announce that the Tekken World Tour is back this year, and especially that we will be able to see the return of offline events. Kicking off on June 24th, Tekken World Tour 2022 will be a hybrid of offline and online events. Some of the biggest changes of this year to look forward to. First off, we are seeing the return of physical events. We have more regions for 2022, which we will touch on shortly. There is also the global finals to look forward to this year. With finals in San Francisco, Amsterdam, and Bangkok in past years, this is something that really created so many memorable moments in past seasons. At a glance, you can see the players will compete in various Master and Dojo events from late June through October, with regional finals for designated regions taking place from late October through December. Then we'll have the global finals as an offline event in early 2023. There will be 16 regions from around the globe in which players can participate in local events to gain points to increase their standing in their respective regional leaderboard. This is the largest number of regions that we've had for TWT so far. Notable additions are Pakistan as a separate region and North Africa. There have also been some changes as to which countries belong to which region, aiming to provide a better competitive experience. To see which region your respective country is in, please see the fine details at TekkenWorldTour.com. There are two tiers of events this year, Master and Dojo. You can see the hierarchy here in relation to how many points are awarded. Also, the top performing players in each region will advance to regional and then global finals. Here's the list of Master events on the tour this year, and you can see that EVO is designated as a Master Prime event, meaning it will award more points. Master events are major established tournaments around the globe that are scheduled to hold offline events this year. Unlike Dojo events, Master events are strictly offline. Master events are the best chance to gain the most points. Any player from any region can participate in any Master and gain points to boost their standing in their respective leaderboard. Dojo events are comprised of community-organized offline or online events. The number of points received for top placers scales according to the overall number of entrants. More point categories this year with the addition of a 48+ category. In addition to 96+ Dojo events, there is a new category called Dojo Prime. Dojo Prime events are outstanding local events with a large influence on their local communities. Tournament organizers who believe their event may fit the bill can apply for Dojo Prime designation within their Dojo application, after which it will be reviewed by Bandai Namco Entertainment. Be sure to sign up in the esports tournament portal. Details about the start of registration will be released on our official accounts, so please follow them for updates. Another notable difference of this new category, Dojo Prime events have a hefty number of points, substantially more than 96+ dojos. The top master placement and top 4 dojo placements, including Dojo Prime, are calculated to determine your ranking in the leaderboard. Here is the point breakdown for this year. You'll notice the additional 48 plus category in Dojo, and also the addition of Dojo Prime. After you have registered for an event in Start GG, Challenge, or Tournament, players should head to the esports tournament portal and sign up for the actual Tekken World Tour itself. The site should be open for registration in mid-June. For tournament organizers, dojo events start on June 24th and applications are being accepted from mid-June. In addition to Start GG, Challenge, and Tournament can now also be used to register events and for signups. So that's the basic rundown of the Tekken World Tour for 2022, and you can check out all the details on TekkenWorldTour.com.
Calling all fighters. The PlayStation Tournament's FGC Arcade is back with the Summer Community Series starting this June.
Let battle commence.
Get ready for 6 weeks of scorching competition and awesome prizes across your favorite fighting games. Sign up in-game, on your PS4 console, or on the competition center at compete.playstation.com for your chance to win cash prizes and a round-trip ticket and competitor pass to EVO 2022. Think you're up for the challenge?
Welcome back, everyone. FGC Arcade Summer Community Series featuring Tekken 7. This is the North American Finals, and we are just into the action. My name is Mark, and I'm here with Rip. Rip, how you doing? How you feeling about everything?
Oh, things are heating up here, Mark. It's summer. It's hot out here. I just turned my fan off. And let me tell you, we have had some fun, intense matches so far. Rick Steezy, Avery kicked things off for us, but it was 3-0, right? Like, it looked like it were really close matches, but Rick's got it done 3-0. Then we saw ELN and Joe Crush, and again, really fun, close matches. But 3-0, Joe Crush gets it done, advancing the bracket, which of course sets up our second round of the upper bracket, which will be Rick Steezy versus Lo-Fi King, and also Undefeatable King going up against Joe Crush. And down below, Avery took out Anya. We'll see what happens with ELN and Damas. That's going to be a close one. Obviously, we saw ELN bring out the Kunimitsu earlier. Damas, also a Kunimitsu player. So you know that ELN has some knowledge about that character. Should be interesting to see who wins that one.
Yeah, I mean, thoughts there? I mean, with the next match, who do you think is going to take it? That's, I think, the big question that I have. And we're going to see Rick Steezy versus Lo-Fi King, as mentioned. Ricksta has been playing out of his mind throughout the entire day so far. And we've only seen, 3 matches from him so far, but every single match has been clutch. And again, we talked about him earlier on. If he has an opportunity to style on his opponent, he will. And that's what I want to see. And that's usually what I'm cheering for whenever I see him kind of going into a match, is how hard is he going to go. However, we got his opponent, Lo-Fi King, who plays my favorite character. I'm kind of biased here. He uses King, the wrestler.
I'm wearing a King shirt right now. And Lo-Fi King, 32 from Dallas, Texas. I'm trying to remember Rick Steezy's age. I feel like he's also roughly in the same ballpark, but you see Lo-Fi King's record so far, 80% win rate with that King, and King is such a good character in this game. I think he's one of the underrated characters in the game. The throws being stronger now, having rage damage added to throws, still having a big command throw variety, just all really good things. Plus his combos are better now. 4-4-1.
He fits the system so well. He fits the system so well. It's the most fun version of King that I've had, that we've had, I would say, in a long time. So, I mean, I'm excited to see the match. It's going to be a battle of wrestling, sumo wrestling versus professional wrestling. Let's go.
Dang,
I'm down.
I'm curious to know what the chat thought about this one. Obviously, we have polls in the chat, so you guys can choose who you thought was going to win between Rick Steezy or Lo-Fi King. I gotta believe people probably went towards Rick Steezy, but it's a tie. It's a clean tie, 50%.
Right down the middle?
Smart choice,
Can
chat.
we get a recount?
See, I like this, though, because usually I get to watch the chat and vote wrong, and then I can talk about that the rest of the night. But starting off the clean 50-50, now I can't say anything. I'm like, all right, you guys couldn't make up your mind. That's fine.
Well, if you guys aren't going to be biased, I will. I want to see Lo-Fi King take it.
Ooh, boy. Well, I mean, I've got my King shirt on, but I'm going to go with Rick Steezy. I got to go with Rick Steezy. We always talk, like, obviously, we always end up commenting each other's matches, but usually when I'm being a bit of a fool, I notice Rick Steezy doesn't really talk much trash about me. My other friends do. But he's the one, and I was thinking about that, I was like, why doesn't he do it? And then I watched him in a tournament, and I realized why. It's because he plays just like me. So he understands why I'm playing like such a fool.
So you guys have a mutual respect of not calling each other out for their bad play.
Exactly. So
I get it. That's love.
I actually called him, I explained this to him just the other day, after his first qualifier for this series, and he said, nah, man, I want to hear it, right? And the thing that's interesting is when he played Avery just a second ago, he didn't do anything foolish like that. So it's almost like he heard me and he's adjusting. And he doesn't want to hear this, chat. Don't tell him about this, all right? But
definitely don't say anything.
He's also streaming this right now. Okay, maybe he's even watching me talk about this. Stop playing like a fool, Ricky. Keep up the good work. But we'll see if Lo-Fi King can stop him here. Howard Estate, also a pretty good stage for King, right? That forward-1 screw attack gets you from wall to wall pretty easily. And the forward 2-1 as well, that string to the game from Armor King for the wall carry, also very good for King on this stage. Let's see if it works out for Lo-Fi
This is fun. This is one of the best stages for violence, in my opinion. Anyways, we're going to go right into this. Lo-Fi King with the pro wrestling, going up against Rick Steezy and sumo style.
Hey. Step on it. Oh, he's feeling good right now. Lo-Fi King yet to get anything started, but that's great. Backdash out of it. Forward 2-1 for the wall splat. And here we go. Not gonna reach that. Look how far that pushes. The rage drive, he stayed down. Good guess there for Rick Steezy. Breaks the ground throw attempt. Uh-oh. Back one counter it. Breakable wall incoming. Doesn't get it. Spring kick. What are you doing? Oh, I see.
Why?
He's wanted to give me an opportunity to call him a fool. Nicely
you
done,
go.
Rick Steezy. Nicely done. Great spring kick. Oh. No ducks on these 4-2-1s. And you can tell Lo-Fi King, he's well aware of this stage, right? He wants these wall breaks. Off that 2-2, okay. No way. Yeah, the angle was bad that time for him. Going low again out of the stance. And Ricksta started off with such a big lead. He's hitting the brakes here again? Oh my gosh.
I mean, he hit the brakes, but he went for that big risky headbutt there. Luckily, he was able to pull it off, but one round apiece. Both of these guys, you know, they're I think they're trying to feel each other out.
Definitely.
But I don't know if you've noticed, but looking at oh my gosh,
Delayed
I was
hop
gonna
kick?
say, okay, he dropped the combo, but I was gonna say Rick Steezy has been doing such a great job of kind of controlling the spacing on where his opponent was on the stage. There's a great punish there from Lo-Fi King.
Oh my
And
goodness.
man, he just swung back. Oh
It's
my
over.
gosh, he's dead.
Yo, Rick Steezy.
And you could avoid that 2-1-2 if you duck, but if you duck, you are subject to everything else that Ganryu has. So it's a scary risk there.
Oh yeah, Rick Steezy definitely testing right now. What can I get away with? What does he know? What does he not know? Wow. Is he trying to go for a ground throw there? Wow! 1+2 counter hit? What an interesting choice there. That's how you know he's a Ganryu player. Like, I don't know what kind of normal Tekken player would have done that move in that situation. You know, you have to be a Ganryu specialist. Like, watch this. 1+2. Boom. Perfect.
Were you watching Ricksta when we were at the World Finals in Thailand in 2019 when they announced I think it was Thailand when they announced Ganryu was coming back. And he was there at the side of the stage just looking onward. You could see like like a sparkle in his eye.
I forgot about that. He was running around that arena. Was it an arena? Theater? Whatever you'd call it. But yeah, he was super hype, of course. This was his character. I mean, for those of you guys who don't know, Rick Steezy's been playing this character for like 15, 17 years. As long as I've known him, basically. So, you know, when this character finally came back to the game, he dropped the Kuma, which was such a good character for him in this series. Tekken 7 to go back to his true love. And so far, it's working out for him.
Yeah, and you know, rocky start here in this opening game, but Rick Steezy really showing a very, very strong command of his character and putting himself in situations where Lo-Fi King really didn't have an answer.
Yeah, and you know, it did look like a rocky start. I totally agree with you. But when you look back at the round count, Ricksta only lost one round there, and it was the round from the very beginning where, you know, he had a huge lead in it.
He just gave you the point for complaint, that's all.
That's all it was. He's like, let me give him something to complain about. Spring kick. But yeah, overall, he's still playing very solid, right? This is okay. I don't know how to tell this to everybody who's new here, but Rick Steezy is one of those players that I've watched for a long time, right? And he's always this player that had a ton of potential, but just never cared enough to really harness all of that, right? So he has these moments that he stands out, like that knee match at Combo Breaker, right? Which, you know, you'll remember it as a match that he was winning, but he lost the set. But, you know, that's the moments that he creates now. But look at this switch here from Lo-Fi
This is going to be
King.
rough. This is going to, I think, be very rough. Because Falcon Ram as a character has so many oppressive tools, and for Ganryu to escape them, he only has one or two options. It's either throwing out a quick jab or going with the back 1+2. He doesn't have a strong magic 4 or anything like that that could really get him out of dodge. So, depending on the approach and how Lo-Fi King approaches the matchup, Rick Steezy might be in trouble.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes here. We saw Rick Steezy didn't do so hot against the Leroy, but he got it done. And I feel like that's one of the things about his playstyle, especially with Ganryu nowadays, is that he just knows how to get it done because he's been a Ganryu main for such a long time. Uh-oh. Look how far away that got the guard break from. We're getting a rage drive. Oh, man! He wants me to complain. Oh, my goodness. What a crazy attempt there for that rage art. A little bit of desperation, perhaps. Maybe he doesn't like all this pressure coming at him from Fakamon.
Oh, he caught him with the splat. Already, it's not looking good. Lo-Fi King is on a tear. This is the kind of stuff you want to see in a first to three, in a best of 5 series. That switch, he's already making it pay off. Even if he loses this game, he's already put it into Rick Steezy's mind that he has to bring the fight when he goes up against this character.
Man, I'm really liking the mix coming out of Lo-Fi King right now.
Oh
He is putting him in a non-stop blender. Give me these 3 rounds. That was like a 30-second entire game, I feel like. Holy
He heard
crap.
us talking about like, oh, did you see Ricksta when he was so happy in Thailand that they announced this character? But there was another character, Fakum Ram, that was announced in Thailand, and he's going to steal the show this time. And right now, he's doing just that. That was crazy. That match, or that game that we just saw, that was as long as 1 round from the first game.
It really was.
It was destruction.
He was like, look, I got all these mix-ups, and I'm going to land every single one of them. And it looked like, it was one of those moments where the first guard break hit him, and Rick Steezy was probably like, wow, that worked for so far. But then, in Lo-Fi King's mind, he was like, well, I can do 10 more of them now. And that was a huge mistake. And look, that cost the first round. That was all the momentum, right? That started it. One big mistake like that, and all of a sudden, everything's falling apart.
Well, I'll tell you what. Ricksta's going to have to make an adjustment or go back to the drawing board here, because this is going to be a very tough game for, just character-wise. Ganry versus Fakarom. It's not in Ganry's favor.
And if you look at the decision-making here, Lo-Fi King right there, like, I would say like 90% of the decisions are the correct mix-ups, right? So, Rick Steezy in big trouble here, right? And I don't think the Akuma's ready for it. I think he's got to adapt to the Ganryu, and I don't know how he's going to do that.
I got to give it up to the production team as well. Pulling those replays, like, it was all a highlight reel. That whole thing. I was like, hey, that was it? All right, cool. But great stuff. Lo-Fi King on the scoreboard now. They're tied up. And this is a big decision for Rick. So Rick's first time he's been put in this position today, at least on stream. What is he going to do? Do you think he'll switch to Akuma? Nah, I don't think so.
Pretty unlikely.
All right.
I think he's... I talked about it a little bit earlier. His Akuma is nowhere near what it used to be.
He really wants you to talk today.
Well, Chad, buckle in your seatbelts. It's time. It's go time. Akuma?
Hey, if we're all choosing violence today, Fakum Ram was a great first pick, but the demon himself is an excellent pick as well.
I want to know why he thinks this is a good matchup.
I'll tell you why.
But let's see.
I will tell you why. Akuma's down 2 will interrupt a lot of Fakuran's stuff. His low jab, his standing jab, will be able to counter hit, confirm. You will see, if he pulls it off, will he have an opportunity? I guess that's the question. Also the ability to jump in.
Oh yeah. Yo, does he still have an Akuma?
He might. He might surprise you. He's going to end up
Maybe
doing
that's
some
what he
Ganryu
did last
moves.
night. Maybe last night he practiced Akuma all night.
I mean,
Power crush. Oh.
As a Ganryu player, you have to know, like, there's going to be certain matchups that are very difficult to go up against. Fakum Ram being one of them. You have to have a backup. Something else in your pocket. Is that a demon in your pocket, or are you happy to see me?
He's dead.
He's done. That was a missed time on that jump there. Unfortunately, he got launched for it and ended. And that's the thing, is you got to be very aware, especially when your opponent has rage. But that's just unfortunate there. But hey, the damage has been done. I think Rick Steezy has really shown here that he came here to fight. That's why he picked Akuma.
I totally agree. But wow, the call out forward, 1+2. And this is what I'm talking about at the end of that first game with Fakum here. The decision making from Lo-Fi King, offensive decisions, have been like 90% correct. Uh-oh. This is how we're playing. Rage mode Akuma, almost 2 meter. And rage.
Lo-Fi King is not phased at all by this Akuma pick. It's like, you're going to pick the demon? I'm the real demon here. Sidestep attack, opening it up. All the reads and all the big launches have been working out for Lo-Fi King. Oh my gosh, everything. The wall standing 3 this time. Looking to close it out here. He obviously has him in rage. Okay, that's one way to do it.
I mean, he burns the bar for it.
Disrespect. EX Dragon Punch, huh?
Didn't believe. Too far. Nice backdash. Fakum's got a big one. What?
He got him. Oh, he did the spring kick.
So
right.
That's 6 rounds straight for the Fakum here. And I think the offensive mix-up percentage is still like 90% correct for Lo-Fi King.
He had so many big launches that hit at the right time. A lot of them counter hit. He had the big launch. He had the wall standing 3. he just started bopping him with everything. And it's just unfortunate that Rickster just got hit by everything.
Yeah, and the Kuma wasn't... It didn't even get a chance to do anything, to be honest. Like, the real problem was that he's getting hit by everything still, right? And the mix from Pokemon, that was huge, right? He got the Demon Flip grab attempt and got the Wild Standing 3. So that was one of those bets where Rick was like, let me see how much he knows about this character. And Lo-Fi King is like, oh yeah, I've played Akuma, bro. I know how to deal with this. So very smart stuff there from Lo-Fi King defensively. But really, the offensive mixed around. Like, look at this. Like, that forward 1+2 there, it's going to hit ground anyway. Rick Steezy, I believe, was doing a get-up kick in that situation. Got full launch. Here comes the full crouch mix. He's going to trade with you all day. Pixels left. One chance? I don't think so. Standing 3 from Pokemon all day. It's mad far.
And again, just starting off the rounds with launches as well and making sure that they counted. He had so much of that going on for him. There's that big mix-up again. Yeah. Active on Wake Up, but Rickster just got hit by everything.
In this kind of a situation, you have to choose to stay grounded, right? Because your opponent is getting launchers off you based off your Wake Up choices. So in those situations, you take the ground and hit your tech roll. Instead, what's happening is Rickster's trying to do some kind of option like a get-up kick or something, and every time he's going for it, there's something coming out of Lo-Fi King to beat it. And obviously, we've seen his decision-making has been very good offensively so far.
So if you're Rickster in this situation, what do you do? I know Rickster, he uses a bunch of characters. He messes around with a lot of characters. But is he confident? Oh my gosh, he switched back to Ganryu.
Yeah, I think it's Ganryu for sure. I think that... I was very surprised that he even picked the Akuma. I think it was one of those situations where he's like, if this works, I can get it done. But if it doesn't, I need to go back to Ganryu. So it wasn't a terrible idea in this kind of a 1st-to-3 situation. But I feel like he could have used that extra game with Ganryu. Let's see. Mishima building gonna be the stage. Can Rick Steezy bring him back against the Pokemon? And can he even slow down the Pokemon is the question. Because every round when Pokemon starts making decisions, they're correct.
It starts with a knockdown. If he can get a knockdown and really start putting the pressure on him, it'll put him in a better position, and we'll see.
Yeah, and he stayed down that time, delayed hop kick.
Bro, Lo-Fi King is ready. He's like, is that all you got? Let me launch you again. Oh my gosh, he is not stopping offensively. He's in his head.
Of course he is. Everything
he's in his head. He's in his box. He's in everything right now.
He's in his box. Yeah, and you can see it now, of course. Anyone who's losing like this, you'll start hesitating, right? Like, is there another hit coming out of the string? Am I going to get hit by it?
Wait a minute.
It's so hard to push it away.
Why is Lo-Fi King slowing down now? Oh, never mind.
The jet kick to the face, to the wall. Not the wall. Look out!
That's going to hurt. Bad positioning. He's going to have to be very careful. Looking to close it out, and look at that. Another round for Lo-Fi King. 1 round away from sending Rick Steezy to the lower bracket.
Lo-Fi King trying to go to Evo right now. To the wall. Small stage. Fakum Rum.
Oh, he's ready ducking. He's blocking everything.
Everything.
Nice. Goes for the low jab option, but got caught. Big headbutt there from Rickster.
Wow.
Oh, this is huge. That was huge. That could have been the shift. Oh boy. He's just letting it go.
Yo!
He's letting it loose.
It's still not enough. Direct it down too! Oh my.
Oh, what are you doing, Rickster?
I don't know what he's doing.
You better watch out for that rage drive.
It's coming. Oh my gosh, he's on the board with the Ganny finally. I know Rick. I know.
That must have taken everything out of him just to get that round.
But this is where he starts focusing. He knows he can pull this back together. He's a tournament veteran. He's staying in it right now. He's goldfish memorying all those previous rounds right now.
Oh, what a block.
He's like, I'm a goldfish, watch this.
Oh, he has a big lead
No,
here. Oh, no.
Why would you...
Beginning of the end, Fakum Ram has those combos and he has that damage. Oh my gosh. Cheating over the rage drive.
Oh my god. Hell no, it's not. Final round.
He wanted
Incoming.
the clip. Clip it, everybody.
Clip it. Can he close it out? Headbutt is started off. Punish that. Boy.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
Now things
Not
are hitting,
like that.
Now things are whipping too. Oh my goodness.
Wall set 4, yep. Uh-huh.
The sumo pop.
Oh, he's so good.
Boy,
he's so good. Rick Steezy bringing it back. 2-2. All tied up. Going to a final game here. He was on the brink of elimination. It was 2 rounds straight right there for Lo-Fi King. He was like, I got this in the bag. This kid doesn't know anything about my offensive mix.
That was crazy. I honestly thought he was done. I honestly thought he was done. He was on the verge of defeat.
Tournament veteran, man. He's been here before. He's been in these situations countless times. You know, it's nothing new to him. And it's something that oh my gosh, that delayed hop kick would have broke me. That would have broke me.
That's the design of that move. It just, you get hit by one of those, it just takes all the air out of you. It's crazy.
That was so good too. I would have totally fallen for the same thing. And then the jet kick follow-up when things started looking better for Rick Steezy. You know, Lo-Fi King really had such huge momentum here. Uh-huh. And you gotta believe all these guard breaks are working. Like, at some point, Rick Steezy is gonna adjust to it, right? At some point. But when? I don't know. And this was it. Like, it was so close. And then the way he closed out the round is so unusual for even him.
That was super crazy. And then looking at this sequence was crazy.
Yeah, he rushed it to close out the finish. And Lo-Fi King, you know, he's not afraid to attack when he's getting up off the ground or where you're getting up off the ground. Smart stuff. And this right here, oh my god.
Oh my god, this ending
I don't
was
think
everything.
so. And then he closes it out with the perfect after that. And look at this. Oh my gosh, what a call. And everything's falling apart, but the scramble doesn't matter, right? Like, he still feels like he's in control and he's still pressing. And look at this conversion at the end. This is beautiful. Up into the wall, conversion, beautiful. Beautiful.
I can't believe he did that.
That was super good. Very, very intense. And I'm not watching him, right? But I know when he was down 2 rounds there, like, he just had that laser focus look. I've seen it before, and I'm sure he had to bring it out right there. But here we go. Final game. Rick Steezy versus Lo-Fi King. The Falcon Rob going to Souk stage.
Oh, yeah.
And one of these guys going to the top 3 of the tournament based off of this one game.
Yep, this is huge. This is, again, get into good position. You want to stay in the winner's side of the bracket. Let's see how it plays out.
All right. Switching the outfit, huh?
Round 1. Fight.
Checking the ankles here. Wow, he ducked it too. Interesting. Lo-Fi King is playing really slow right now, right? There's no offense mix. He's playing very defensive. Good check. Oh, this is close. Wow, got him to duck with the down forward too. What are you? Oh my god!
Oh, this time he blocked the. Oh my gosh!
And after all those pokes, you know, yeah, slight miscalculation on wall distance there. And that was a good block and punch from Lo-Fi King to get that first round. Whoa, okay. Wow. Gotta be careful going for that clap against Falcon, especially because of that jet kick. Wow, just do it and it'll hit. Lo-Fi King.
This is what Rick Steezy wants. He wants to get very close to low health. Then he's going to work on that comeback.
Oh boy.
He's been doing it all day.
Where are you going?
Oh, uh-oh.
But, oh my gosh. Oh boy, just like that, it is set point for Lo-Fi King again.
Fight.
Just needs one more round to get in that top 3.
Oh, he's catching him. All of this is working out.
Of course.
Oh, here comes Rick Steezy. What a he's ducking. Why is he ducking against Gary?
Looks like he's all caught up. And he's got good position with Rick's back to the wall. Rick's just trying to push away from the wall. Look out! Oh, man. I think we're seeing another guard break's coming. Another guard break's coming. What's
Is he baiting him to come in? Oh, don't lay down like that.
It's over! Lo-Fi King! 3-2 over Rick Steezy.
Wow, that was anticlimactic at the very end. It was pure beatdown, but hey, good stuff. Good stuff to Lo-Fi King. We'll see him later on in our winners finals.
And you know, I think that he stayed down there because prior to that, so many times he was getting caught in his wake up, right? bad wake-up kick timing, whatever. So he stayed down, but he stayed down there so long. I was like, Fakamura still has ground hitting options, you know?
And we saw one right there.
Yep. That long. But very well played by Lo-Fi King. You know, he started off with the King in that set, which didn't work out, and then brought it all the way back with that Fakamura. But let's take a look back at his last game. This first round was very close. This bad wall combo distance, and then goes with a risky Lo-Fi King clutch block, and very important punish there to get him that first round. And here we go. Keeps him at the wall combo conversion. And Rick Steezy had a chance, but nope. The rage comeback wasn't going to happen. This from so far away, right? 3 for 3 on those guard breaks as far as my count is going. And then he just stayed down. Like, what are you doing, man? And tried to side roll there, got caught again. And a 3-1, yes sir. 3 rounds straight, and just like that, Lo-Fi King, upper bracket finals. Congratulations, waiting for the winner between Undefeatable King and Joe Crush. Rick Steezy now sent on down to the lower bracket where he'll be going against ELN, who was 3-1 over Damas. So nice try, Damas out of 7th place though. Avery though gonna be waiting for the loser between Undefeatable King and Joe Crush, which I believe is gonna be our next match.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that too. We have too many kings in the bracket. But it's going to be exciting either way. Joe Crush, again, hot off of his performance. Will he suffer the same fate as Rixa? Who knows? Because, you know, Rixa was on fire in his opening match, right? So was Joe Crush.
Exactly.
But now going up against a Undefeatable King, will he be able to perform in that situation? You never know.
Undefeatable King, the Armor King player, 26 years of age, from North Carolina. We'll see how he does here against Joe Crush. Obviously still on the winner side of things. Still winning. Armor King, a very tricky character. Also, one of the best versions of Armor King we've seen in a minute, too. And let's take a look at his stats here. So far, 80% win rate, 8-2 out of his 10 matches. But man, Joe Crush has been unstoppable. Undefeatable King. Gonna have his work cut out for him. But like Mark was saying, you know, maybe this is the same thing that we just saw happen to Rick Steezy. And Undefeatable King and Lo-Fi King, they're both players who have played in the PlayStation Tournament's FGC Arcade Series before. In fact, I'm pretty sure the last time we had this, they were both in the top 8 and played each other as a first round matchup. So now, if Undefeatable King wins here, it'll be the Kings, Undefeatable King and Lo-Fi King, in the upper bracket final, right? But who did you guys think?
That would be quite the story.
Oh man, who did the chat think is going to take this one? Undefeatable King or Joe Crush? This time, I think they're like heavily favoring Joe Crush.
It's not going to be a 50-50 again, right?
No.
All right. That's still close to a 50-50.
It's pretty close. I definitely thought we were going to see something like 80% Joe Crush or something. So a lot of faith out here in Undefeatable King and his Armor King. We'll see if we can get it done. And I'm really curious what character we can see out of Joe. We saw all Geese Howard the first time around. But that's because he won the first game and never had to switch characters, right? Never had a chance to even have the thought about switching characters.
Yeah,
so
I think let's say he does pick Armor King. I feel like Joe Crush would probably be still comfortable with Geese. Either way, I'm excited to see the matchup. 2/3 of you guys that are watching at home think Joe Crush will take it. I don't know yet. I haven't seen enough from Undefeatable King for me to make a call.
Exactly.
So I think the jury's still out for me. But again, we have a race to 3 best of 5 match that is going to be coming up, and this is big because not only is this winner semifinals match going to guarantee you a top 3 placing, it's also going to guarantee you a spot into our winners final, which is big, right?
That's huge. Yeah, obviously. Winning a tournament is always easier from the winner's side of things, right? So you get the winner final, you're one set away from getting the grand finals. Then once you're in the grand finals, you're one set away from winning. Whoever comes back to you, they got to win 2 sets to take that away from you. So definitely staying on the upper bracket is where you want to be. And if you guys have missed out, this is what these guys are playing for, right? First place here today is going to get an Evo Hospitality package valued at $3,000, right? You get your flight, your hotel, and everything taken care of. It's going to be huge. It's going to be in Las Vegas in August. Obviously, Arslan Ash is going to be there. I saw Kakoma said he's going to be there as well. We know that Chikrin and them and the Donut Boys are all heading out to Florida this weekend for CEO.
We have to assume all the best players will be there.
Yeah, everyone's coming to Evo, right? It's the big package, right? So that's what everyone's playing for. And only one of these guys can walk away with it today.
Your thoughts, Rip? I know I said my jury was still deciding, deliberating. Mm-hmm. Do you have any feelings on what we're going to see coming up next?
I think the way Joe Crush has been training lately, I got to believe Joe Crush is the favorite to win this tournament. So with that in mind, I think that Undefeatable King is going to have to stop him. Also with that in mind, Lo-Fi King was very impressive to me with that Falcon-Rom. I think he plays fearless with that character, and he doesn't really care. He's like, I'm going to do these options, and you have to guess correctly. And I think that's a very scary thing to deal with when you're going up against a Falcon-Rom player. And we saw defensively, especially against the Akuma, that, he's ready for a lot of stuff. So, if he also is equally ready against a Geese Howard or a Jack, I think that Joe Crush may have some trouble. But one player at a time, right? Like, Joe Crush has to be looking at Undefeatable King right now. The Armor King is standing in front of him. And I think in this matchup, I favor Geese Howard over Armor King. I think if Joe Crush goes Jack, then we see more of Joe Crush versus Undefeatable King, right? It doesn't matter what the character. Once he's playing Jack, it's all Joe Crush, right? It's not even the character anymore.
We'll
see.
That's the thing. I'm not familiar with Undefeatable King enough, but if he was like Lo-Fi King at all and he has a backup Falcon-Rom, he might do well. Who knows?
If I remember correctly, I think that Undefeatable King might have a law. He's one of those guys who puts a character name in his name and then doesn't use anything close to that character. It's like Undefeatable King, here's my Armor King avatar, and I'm using Kunimitsu. It's going to be something like that. But we'll see what character he decides to go with here. I think that it's probably the Armor King. I have seen him once or twice before, and every time I was hoping to see King. But this time we do get the Armor King. And look at this, the random on the stage is Forgotten Realm, obviously good for all the King characters. Geese not too shabby at it as well. I feel like Geese is good at every stage now.
It's funny that everyone brings that up, like, oh, this favors this character, this favors that character. As long as you get the hit, it favors your character.
Exactly. You got to capitalize.
You got to get the hit
to get that floor break in the first place.
Yep. And one of the greatest joys, so let's say a King player does get this stage, one of the greatest joys in life is to get the floor breaks before they do. It's like you've robbed them of their pleasure, right?
Yeah, it's like, you picked this stage against me, and I'm just going to take all these floors. What did you do that for? You did absolutely nothing. But all right, here we go. Game 1. Death Sandwich.
Nice sidestep attack. Opening it up into the running toss. Downstairs.
I got the hit.
What you gonna do?
Whoa, interesting timing.
Nice forward 2. Again. This time mixing it up. All right, not too shabby.
What?
The 1+2 series to close it out. Undefeatable King on the scoreboard first.
I thought people only used that for combos.
They do. So the fact that he used it twice in succession against his opponent is actually impressive. I think the reason why he's using it, real reason why he's using it in here, if he lands a 1+2-1 in this stage and he does the down 4, it will floor break. So it'll be a lot of juicy damage.
Yo, the clothesline. Undefeatable King. Uh-oh, max mode combo here.
Oh, the side wall though.
Perfect.
Doesn't matter, he's still good.
And we're gonna go floor break too? Why not? Basement boys.
Well, all the floors have been broken.
No throw break for Joe Crush right now. What is this, Oki? Oh my gosh! That was tight.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise. Undefeatable
Wake
King
up
is
call.
looking really good.
Do it again. And the mix is beautiful. Where in the world? He got the combo still? How?
Yo, behind the back.
He's Howard, please.
Jeez, look at the damage. Oh, he's
Out of there.
over.
Conversion? No. That should be the round for Joe Crush. Holy moly, what a scrambly situation all around here. I love it.
Yeah, great stuff. Able to take advantage of that. Undefeatable King, though, still in the lead. Let's see what he does. Pressure here. He's been doing a great job mixing up his opponent, too.
Yeah, that forward neutral, too, that he throws out there is so fast that you can't really react to the mix-up for it. Got him, the big counter down forward, too.
Now what does he do? The second hit and the third hit. Gotta be careful.
Smart stuff from Joe Crush. And look at this, we're in the final round now.
Final round.
Great way to fight back. Joe Crush not doing his taunts after the rounds like he normally does.
I think that was ELM specific, but look at this. Finds the counter it. Undefeatable King needs to go back to the throws. The throws were working for him.
Nice combo. Took more than half of his life there. Goes for the tackle.
What in the world are these options? Yo, Undefeatable King, I am impressed, sir. I am impressed. Good defense. Get out of here. Get him
He's
out
been
of
making
here.
great use of that evasive blow. The back 1+4, able to close it out. And look at that. He's doing really well. And hey, I gotta say, Undefeatable King is looking undefeatable right now.
I am very, very impressed. I do not remember being this impressed the last time I saw Undefeatable King out here. So, well played, sir. And this is so wild, right? Joe Crush coming off that 3-0, lose the first game immediately.
That was just, I mean, this is kind of like what we saw on the other side of the upper bracket, right? In the winter semis. That was just the first game.
It was.
What will Joe do? What will Joe do as we go back into this? But let's watch some of the action that just transpired here between these two players.
Yeah, this was just wild. You know, the 4-4 neutral 2 mix that he's using is so fast that it's really hard to block and punch quickly. Obviously, 4-4 neutral to the low from Armor King used to be more punchables. Now it's relatively safer, and these round enders have been fantastic. This is such a good choice. And look at this crazy turnaround combo from Joe, man. He has got so much experience with this character. Big combo conversion.
And the scary thing is, this is not even like his main right now. Do you think we'll see him pull out the big robot?
In this situation, I feel like he should.
I feel like he should as well. I feel like that character is such a strong wall of just offense, defense, and know-how.
Definitely. And I feel like that character, Jack, he doesn't care what character your opponent is using, really. He's like, I don't care what you're doing offensively, I have an answer to stop your offense. So look at this. This was such a huge early start with the counter launcher, Undefeatable King for this final round. And Joe here, he made some really good decisions, some really good guesses on these throw breaks that you cannot react to. And look at the round ending options from Undefeatable King, man. That TGO Armor King. Putting in work, getting the first game against Joe Crush. And this would be wild, right? When you looked at the bracket originally, you kind of thought, okay, Avery or Rick Steezy, ELN or Joe Crush, one of those guys, both of those guys, you know, two of those guys are going to be in the upper bracket final. Lo-Fi King instead is up there, and Joe Crush in trouble right now. Jungle Outpost 2 going to be the stage for Game 2 here, sticking it out with Geese Howard.
Let's see how this plays out. But again, the momentum is everything. The way that you are controlling your opponent, you're controlling the matchup. Undefeatable King has some momentum right now. Will he be able to continue it? We're about to find out. 1-0 in favor of Undefeatable King. Let's see if he can continue that same energy going up against Joe Crush and his Geese Howard once again.
I love the wake-up timing there. That was so good. Oh my goodness. And Joe's pulling out stuff. Giant swing, the throws are working, and that's a wall. Das Boots.
You know, if they have a future game, I would love to see a giant swing that goes over that low railing and out into the parking lot or something.
Damn. Over the top.
Yep,
Get him out of here. Yo!
Oh, capital punishment.
This is crazy, dude. What is in the water today?
Everything is hitting.
No, I missed it the first time. Stand up.
All the throws are hitting.
I'm
Rip,
telling
are you seeing this?
All the throws are hitting.
Unprecedented. 2 rounds straight here. Undefeatable King. Oh, man.
Hey.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Beast flat combo here. Okay. And he took his time getting up there. Look at this.
Again.
Stop hitting buttons against
that move, that built-in sidestep is going to work wonders against Geese. Ooh.
Wow. Okay.
He got greedy there.
The pressure is on right now for Joe Crush. Doesn't want to go down 2-0 here.
Definitely doesn't. Picking his shots now, being a little bit more granular here. Now he's trying to break down his opponent.
I thought he was doing delayed hop kick. And big combo conversion. Bending that Geese meter, making it work out for him. And look at the comeback right now.
Oh, he caught him. You got to duck that. It's unbreakable.
Spit in his face.
He's going to get hurt. He's going to get hurt. He's not dead.
He's
going to get hurt.
The shoulder?
Oh, he caught him. Wait a minute. Undefeatable King is up 2 games right now. 2 games. That was so clean.
I can't believe it. I thought for sure that there was going to be a shoulder in that situation, right? Because it was face up with the feet away. So you thought in that situation, if he does any kind of get-up kick, I'm beating it with the shoulder. And I think Joe was thinking the same thing. Like, if I stay down, he's going to whiff a mid above me. And instead, Undefeatable King's like, you're staying down here. I'm next level with this meta read. You know? He went double low to hit grounded both times, and Joe was in a terrible position after that. So very well played finishes here by Undefeatable King.
I gotta ask now. I mean, the next pick here for Joe Crush, he's gonna have to stick with it. He has to win 3 games straight. Is this pride gonna keep him McKee Howard? Let's look at some of the action from this last game. Undefeatable King with an amazing performance thus far. Not only did he go into this game with the lead, he is pulling further with that lead. And you just see that. He had double attempt there, pickups.
That was so
keeping
wild.
his opponent,
The throws
all working.
You know, and even though the throws all working, he's not spamming it, right? He's not abusing it. So it's still unpredictable for Joe to try to get out of it. So he's doing such a good job right now. He just got to keep playing the exact same way, man.
And, you know, that's something I wanted to comment about, Rip, and I don't think it gets talked about too much, especially when it comes to analyzing how people go into matches. Breaking throws is one thing, right? Doing throws and breaking throws, that's like a concept of the game, as we all understand. But there are certain players out there that are good at throwing at weird times.
Yeah.
And it feels like that Undefeatable King is one of those players, right? He's good at knowing when to throw.
Right, for sure. And, you know, the thing about Tekken 7 specifically is that you can now get counter-hit while doing throws, so it's harder to do that than it was in previous games. So he's doing a really good job of sneaking these throws in at the times when Joe is in the middle of thinking about something else or, you know, thinking about what he's about to do. It's not even like as something's happening.
He's going to stick to Mr. Howard the entire time. He has to win 3 games straight now.
Yeah, you know, it's his call here, but... I mean, it's definitely possible, right? You see when he has the meter and he finds an opening, you know, it's always a ton of damage. So it's possible, but he needs to win the first couple rounds here so that he has time to build up the meter for the final round situation.
Not only does he need to win the rounds, he needs to win 3 games straight. Let's go. Let's go, Joe.
Oh, boy. You're bringing it back, huh, Mark?
I mean, someone has to. He needs that cheering squad right now.
Look at this, the mix-up right now for Undefeatable King. Oh, boy. 1 hit too many, and just because of that, Joe Crush is going to make him pay.
Double Rifukin keeps him at the wall. Again, the back one plus 4. That back one plus 4 has been getting a lot of usage.
He ducked the high.
What? He just let it rip.
Just do it. Is it enough? It's not enough damage. It's a mix right here. 50-50 time.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh, what are you doing?
He got greedy.
I mean, I understand it. It's one of those strings where you throw out the low. If they block it, the high there is a punish, but Joe was patient. But yeah, Undefeatable King overextended and it's going to cost him big. But look at the duck of the high.
Yeah, nice wall standing 1 here. The positioning is key here. He's going to get the wall, or very close to the wall.
Woo! So that jab. Joe's having a hard time getting
Joe,
off.
you're going to have to do something. You can't just stand there.
And the throws are all working. He has like 100% throw rate right now, right? I don't think we've seen a single throw break from Joe.
Oh, the back 1 plus 4 again into the shoulder barge. Oh, I got one of those too.
Wow, I'm surprised I was too. Oh my goodness. He went for the counter whip, and then he just threw him. He's like, forget a hop kick or, you know, dark upper. No. I'm just going to throw you because all my throws are working right now. This is crazy. Get out of here.
One more for the road.
Set point, Undefeatable King to 3-0 Joe Crush.
Who is this king and why is he undefeatable?
He's an armored king in the air, converted.
Yo, Joe wins this round. He needs to taunt. He needs to pop off. He needs that momentum.
This is great position for Joe right now. He still has a full bar of meter after this round. He's going to have 2 bars of meter after that if he doesn't spend any here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
He might want to spend it. Spend it for a mix.
You got to be careful with those fireballs.
Here we go, though. Set point still, Undefeatable King. He almost had it. And
nice
that's bad.
Confirmation on your screen.
Look at the damage. Half life bar gone, and still a bar to work with. 1 hit now, and Undefeatable King is out here for this game.
He's just outside of rage, into the rage now.
What
is he gonna do?
I got throws too.
That was tight. Whoa,
no
wait a minute.
way. It's not over till it's over. Undefeatable King. Frankensteiner.
No way.
He's got rage still. Low drop kick. The wild standing 4. Nice choice from Joe Crush, and that was close. That was very close, very scary. In that situation, the way he got hit there, from that low drop kick, you saw Geese was face down, feet away. So from that position, you can do the quick while standing forward, right? Tap up and then do the 4. That's exactly what Joe went with. Smart stuff, and Undefeatable King unfortunately ran in there. If he recognized the position that Joe was going to do that, could have been bad news.
So what is it now? It's 2 to 1. It's a matter of risk assessment now. You got to think about how do you mitigate the damage and the momentum loss here. If you're Undefeatable King, what do? You
just keep playing your game right now. I mean, honestly, like overall, you're winning more than Joe is, right?
Yeah.
Decision making is still all fine. Throws are still working. You don't got to change anything, to be honest. You just got to play it out. And I think over time in a longer set, you'll win out. But you saw there, that was the one miscalculation he made that was way too big of a risk, right? Big low into high follow up to close out the round. That was a huge miscalculation when you look back at the entire game, because that wouldn't have been a round for Joe. Like, you can't give him free rounds essentially, because Geese Howard's going to build up that meter, as I talked about. When he wins early rounds, that means the later rounds he's going to have a lot more meter to work with.
Yeah, but again, tail of the game that we saw as well is like every single throw was working. The throws were working in such a big way. Not only that, is look at the timing. Undefeatable King waiting for the right hits here and there, and he had so much momentum going into this round number 4.
Caught him out of the air at that time. Man, he was so close. Look at the good wall carry. There was just the down forward 1-1. But here we go. It's time. Still set point for Undefeatable King. Devil's Pit this time. So we get some walls, but then we get Infinite Stage, right? So we haven't seen these guys on an Infinite Stage yet. Should be interested to see how that plays out, because you're going to have to win an Infinite Stage to close it out.
Yeah. When it gets to the potential final round, it opens up to an Infinite Stage. But, you know, from what we've seen so far, both of these players have been doing such a great job of really controlling the space by the wall. It's a matter of who's going to clutch it out. And right now, Joe Crush has been challenging the clutch of Undefeatable King.
Caught him immediately, started the round. That forward 1+2, and we're at the wall. Wow. He's used that wall jump to escape a few times. I got one of those too. Oh, he didn't get his crouch dash. Again? Okay, Joe Crush is starting to feel it right now. He's starting to feel pretty good. He's getting comfortable for sure. Sidewalk and a side throw? Yo, that was tight. Step on it twice in a row. Why not? Give me another multi. Thought I was done throwing you. Get over here. Get back in your neck.
Oh, man.
Undefeatable King looks so comfortable against Geese Howard, right? He never looks phased, never looks scared. Oh boy. Spring kick's good. Nuts. We haven't seen much of that either, right? The 4-4 neutral 2 mix was really important in that first game, and he hasn't really gone back to it again.
Yeah, he hasn't been using it at all, really. Uh-oh, here's the pressure. What's he going to do? How is he going to handle it? Into the
Wizardry.
shining. Oh, everything is working!
Every multi. Finally an escape. And that's going to get him the round.
Clean your plate. But it looks like Joe Crush is going to be able to take this. 2 rounds to 1 now. Big opportunity here. We are in the open stage now. No more walls. Just the one in your mind.
Oh my
tried to
gosh,
spin on
why?
him. Why would you do that in that situation?
Right? Beautiful hop kick, though.
To set up a hop kick. That's what it was.
That hop kick was so late. It's like he reacted to low about to hit him, and then hop kick. Oh my gosh.
Do it again. Do it again.
Bro, are we going to set point again?
We might.
No duck in the high. That could have been it. And the back
you
me
could back
too.
almost for that string. He might be dead, though.
He's not dead. I think he lives here. I'd bet my last bottom dollar, Mark. He lives.
Now you're betting your bottom dollar. Okay. Let's see what he does. How is he going to handle this? Woo! Joe Crush
Handled.
tying it up.
Man, oh man, what a set. Joe Crush, as you mentioned, tying it up 2 games each right now. And Undefeatable King has had so many close encounters. Like, you know, like that I felt like should have gone to a final round situation, but Joe holds on. And, you know, the Infinite Stage, I didn't really get to see how that was going to play out, so I was curious about that, but we didn't really get to see it. What do you think? You're going to the final game, though. Who do you think has momentum? You think it's Joe, just because those 2 wins?
I feel like Joe is doing very well. He's changing the pace of the match more towards his and what he's used to. However, Undefeatable King is still landing a lot of the stuff that I think changes the momentum in his favor. And all it takes is one instant or one moment, him landing a throw, him landing a back 1+4, him landing a hop kick that can really change the set and the pace of the matchup away from what Joe is doing. But it's, again, it all comes down to clutch. Even though Joe won that 3-1, I believe, I think it was still close.
Yeah, it felt like it was final round, final hit. That's what it felt like to me, even though it was 3-1. We will see if he can make it through here. But man, look at just that back 3-2 there was so important. Right, it came out of nowhere. Look at the life lead. Look at that red bar right where it started. That's the life lead he had. That's the life lead Undefeatable King had to send this to another set point situation. That's crazy. And it's just one back 3, and it's over just like that. Down 3 to close it out, and we're tied up 2 games apiece. Final game here. Who's going to the upper bracket final to go against Lo-Fi King? G-Corp Helipad at night.
G-Corp Helipad, one of those stages that does have the breakable walls, which has more potential for more damage. Once you break the glass walls, you have access to another slanted wall, which is fairly close, where you can really extend the damage even further. But either way, again, it all matters who's going to land those hits, who's going to clutch it out. And it's hard to say, I can't convincingly say Joe Crush has this now, because he's still, I think, struggling to control the match. So it'll be interesting to see.
Undefeatable King's timing and the way he approaches the Geese Howard matchup would make it very difficult. I think that even though he's not back 1+4ing that string or ducking the high on it, like if he does it at some point, it's gonna be bad news for Joe. Low parry's good.
Here we go, starting it off strong, but a big kick. Counter hit.
Yeah, that was a bad combo. He had the wall from the carry itself, and instead he just finished the wall combo.
That was a very uncharacteristic combo drop at the wall.
Mix. Good throw break! And no duck in the high, or a punish, or nothing. Rage mode Undefeatable King. Last pixel. Hop kick!
Clutch hop kick.
Is it enough damage?
It should be. It should be.
I don't know.
It should be.
It should be. Wall scaling, though, but it's very little health. It should be enough. I'm with you. It should be. It's enough.
What a hop kick.
Oh my gosh.
In his darkest hour, that hop kick definitely came through.
And now Joe Crush has all the throw breaks, though.
Yeah, but he missed the combo there. That's unfortunate. Let's see what he does. Goes for the spear. Uh-oh. Undefeatable King has, again, I feel like he's in control of the match. Oh my gosh, everything is hitting.
Get up! Hold the counter and get up kicks, though. Joe Crush not giving up. Still has a bar to work with here. Oh my goodness. We're going to the other wall. Look at the damage. Look at the last hit. Boom!
Bagoosh. Let's see what he does. How is he going to deal with it? What's the mix? Oh, the jab series.
The mid! Set point. He gets 3 chances to send Joe Crush in the lower bracket. Joe Crush might step on the gas here, might hit the brakes. Which one's he going to be?
He's going to have to use the meter that he has now. He might be able to extend things a bit further, but now the low neutral punch is coming out.
Man, the guesses and throw breaks are on point, though.
Bro, he's going to back 1+4 him again. I could see him doing the sway punch right now.
He got caught. That's huge for Joe.
Oh, he tried to get him with the tech roll catch.
Wow! Man, Joe is so good at pressuring you once knowing you're trying to get up off the wall. To the other walls.
Oh, he missed it.
He's got rage. Oh my god.
Oh,
what?
The hesitation.
The back 3-2! It did a grip of damage, but it doesn't matter. Joe Crush still in it. 2 more chances to close it out. Can he do it? Oh my gosh!
Do it again.
Do it again, for short. Don't whip!
No, don't whip that!
Oh my god, he's gonna... You mentioned the clutch earlier, Mark. He might come down to clutch. It's not looking like he's got the clutch right now.
Oh,
Joe's got the clutch.
He's not gonna kill him, though. He's still alive.
Tech roll, man! Nuts!
But you gotta be careful. He does have rage, because he can end it right here.
Final round! Joe Clutch, looking like Joe Clutch. Undefeatable King, do you got something? No, sirree! Down 4 counter.
Out of the back 1+4 that time, and Joe Crush. Oh, he misses it.
no hop kick. He tried to back flip before, and Joe Crush running away, but he still has a bar meter to work with too. Undefeatable King got rage now though.
Oh,
No, bad hop kick. No duck that time. Duck that one for nothing. Ducks that one for nothing. The counter. Perfect. Joe Crush gets the victory, and he earned it. He earned that one. Oh my goodness. Undefeatable King. 3 chances, couldn't get it done. Congratulations to Joe Crush, moving on to the upper bracket final here. Wow,
Yeah,
what a
he's
set.
going to face off against Lo-Fi King later on. But man, Undefeatable King going to the lower bracket is going to be a nightmare for whoever is coming out on that side as well.
Yeah, ridiculous stuff all around, man. Just crazy match, dude. What a set. And just the whole way through, man. Both these guys were scrapping. But this clutch hop kick in this first round, Undefeatable King was looking good. The Rage Art did just enough damage. I thought maybe with the wall scaling, but his life bar was low enough, right? Lower your life bar is, the more damage your Rage Art does.
Maximum output. And look at that. It's so clean. And here is the comeback. He gets the Deadly Rave, the follow-up here. He pushes towards the wall. And the pressure was just too much at the very end. But look at that. Undefeatable King, you know, early on, we thought Joe Crush was done. He had to win 3 rounds straight.
But I mean, he's tournament veteran at this point, man. No one's been grinding harder than him, I feel like, in all these online tournaments. Or making as big of a name for themselves. But look at this wall-to-wall combo. Couple of misses here, but you know, that pressure he puts on you when you're back to the wall, it's just so good. It just forces you to freeze up. And here we go, final round, and that's how it started, right? Counter hit, down 4. And Undefeatable King had been going for down back 3s, and they were landing early in the round, and then Joe's like, you know, I got something like that. I got it down 4. Resplat combo here, big damage, and then it gets super scrambly, right? Like these ducks on the highs, no punish. No ducking that high, ducks that jab, ducks that high, nothing, and then the counter. Oh, man. Crazy scramble, but just like that, Lo-Fi King 65 will be going up against Joe Crush in the upper bracket finals. Top 3 guaranteed for both those guys. But updates from below. ELN eliminates Rick Steezy 3-2. Must have been a close one. ELN still in it. Top 4 guaranteed here. I believe that gives them $100 guaranteed. Waiting for the winner between Avery and Undefeatable King. So Undefeatable King, after that loss, that close set with Joe Crush, now has to go up against Avery, who's been chilling for a second. He's been waiting. He's like, come on, man. Who am I going to get? Am I going to get Joe Crush, or am I going to get Undefeatable King? Now he knows it's the Armor King. That one's going to be a good one, too.
Yeah, great stuff so far. You guys have a lot to look forward to as we try to close out here the Summer Community Series FGC Arcade featuring Tekken 7, and this is the North American Finals. If you guys want to be able to be part of these events and these tournaments moving forward, make sure you guys sign up and get involved. Compete.playstation.com and check out all the team has to offer.
And if somehow you guys still haven't signed up for EVO, now's your chance. You guys can use code FGC Arcade to save $25. Get $25 off. Go to evo.gg to register and get involved there. Don't forget to buy your arena tickets as well. That's going to be separate. And Tekken's going to be in that arena. It's looking likely, right, Mark?
I can't say, but I mean, maybe.
It's looking likely.
Maybe.
Hey, last I saw, it was listed in the top 4. That's a good sign, I think.
Correct.
It's a good sign. Oh, man. But I do believe we got to take a short break, guys. So don't go anywhere. The PlayStation tournaments, FGC Arcade Summer Community Series will continue after this. We're down to our top 4 almost. Don't go anywhere.
We're really excited to announce that the Tekken World Tour is back this year, and especially that we will be able to see the return of offline events. Kicking off on June 24th, Tekken World Tour 2022 will be a hybrid of offline and online events. Some of the biggest changes of this year to look forward to. First off, we are seeing the return of physical events. We have more regions for 2022, which we will touch on shortly. There is also the global finals to look forward to this year. With finals in San Francisco, Amsterdam, and Bangkok in past years, this is something that really created so many memorable moments in past seasons. At a glance, you can see the players will compete in various master and dojo events from late June through October, with regional finals for designated regions taking place from late October through December. Then we'll have the global finals as an offline event in early 2023. There will be 16 regions from around the globe in which players can participate in local events to gain points to increase their standing in their respective regional leaderboard. This is the largest number of regions that we've had for TWT so far. Notable additions are Pakistan as a separate region and North Africa. There have also been some changes as to which countries belong to which region, aiming to provide a better competitive experience. To see which region your respective country is in, please see the fine details at TekkenWorldTour.com. There are 2 tiers of events this year, Master and Dojo. You can see the hierarchy here in relation to how many points are awarded. Also, the top performing players in each region will advance to regional and then global finals. Here's the list of Master events on the tour this year, and you can see that EVO is designated as a Master Prime event, meaning it will award more points. Master events are major established tournaments around the globe that are scheduled to hold offline events this year. Unlike Dojo events, Master events are strictly offline. Master events are the best chance to gain the most points. Any player from any region can participate in any Master and gain points to boost their standing in their respective leaderboard. Dojo events are comprised of community-organized offline or online events. The number of points received for top placers scales according to the overall number of entrants. More point categories this year with the addition of a 48+ category. In addition to 96+ Dojo events, there is a new category called Dojo Prime. Dojo Prime events are outstanding local events with a large influence on their local communities. Tournament organizers who believe their event may fit the bill can apply for Dojo Prime designation within their Dojo application, after which it will be reviewed by Bandai Namco Entertainment. Be sure to sign up in the esports tournament portal. Details about the start of registration will be released on our official accounts, so please follow them for updates. Another notable difference of this new category, Dojo Prime events have a hefty number of points, substantially more than 96+ dojos. The top Master placement and top 4 Dojo placements, including Dojo Prime, are calculated to determine your ranking in the leaderboard. Here is the point breakdown for this year. You'll notice the additional 48+ category in Dojo, and also the addition of Dojo Prime. After you have registered for an event in StartGG, Challenge, or Tournamel, players should head to the esports tournament portal and sign up for the actual Tekken World Tour itself. The site should be open for registration in mid-June. For tournament organizers, Dojo events start on June 24th and applications are being accepted from mid-June. In addition to StartGG, Challenge, and Tournamel can now also be used to register events and for signups. So that's the basic rundown of the Tekken World Tour for 2022, and you can check out all the details on TekkenWorldTour.com.
Calling all fighters. The PlayStation Tournament's FGC Arcade is back with the Summer Community Series starting this June.
Let battle commence.
Get ready for 6 weeks of scorching competition and awesome prizes across your favorite fighting games. Sign up in-game, on your PS4 console, or on the competition center at compete.playstation.com for your chance to win cash prizes and a round-trip ticket and competitor pass to EVO 2022. Think you're up for the challenge?
What's up, everybody? It's been a fun-filled day of FGC Arcade Summer Community Series featuring Tekken 7. This is the North American Finals, and we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. My name is Mark, and I'm here with Rip. We're about to get into our upper bracket finals. How you feel about that?
I feel fantastic. Not the way we expected things to turn out, right? Lo-Fi King threw a wrench in there, and we almost saw Undefeatable King throw a wrench in there as well, but Joe clutching it out there. And here is the bracket to show you guys what I'm talking about. Joe Crush versus Undefeatable King was 3-2 to send Joe Crush into this upper bracket final. Lo-Fi King also 3-2 versus Rick Steezy. You know, funny, right? The match we've had on stream in the first round with 3 O's, then we had 3 2s, and now we have the upper bracket final coming. ELN down below eliminated Rick Steezy, waiting for the winner between Avery and Undefeatable King, though. And that's going to square up our top 4. So we'll be starting off with the upper bracket final. Lo-Fi King 65 going up against Joe Crush. And this is a match that was very interesting because we know he has got the King. He started off with the King in the past, but he also has that Falkenrum, and I really, really like the way he plays Falkenrum. Very, very scary.
Yeah, he might be able to pull off an upset. You know, again, like you mentioned, a lot of people are expecting Joe Crush to run away with this event. However, you know, Joe Crush has been using Geese Howard exclusively throughout the tournament day. Mm-hmm. And this is something different from what we expected because, you know, he's been using Jack so much in tournament play as well. So, I don't know. Hard to tell what's going to happen, especially with the way that Lo-Fi King has been playing and how effectively he's been playing with that Falkenrum pick. So, I don't know. Let's see what the chat had to say. We asked everybody a little bit earlier today who they thought would win between Lo-Fi King and Joe Crush. And the poll results tell us it's closer to 50% this time. It's 54% in favor of Mr. Joe Crush, Joe Clutch.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, we've talked about it in the past. You know, he's been grinding so much that people really are expecting him to be the person to beat nowadays. And if you look at the bracket, the way things have shaken up, he really does seem like the guy to beat. He looked like he was done in the last set, right? If that was the 1st to 2 set, he would have been in the lower bracket, but it was 1st to 3. So because of that, he's here now, right? And that's a big deal because this entire top 8, these finals here at the PlayStation Tournament FGC Arcade Summer Community Series have all been 1st to 3 the whole way through. Lo-Fi King, with that Falkenrum though, the way he just forces the mix-up on his opponents, he's really playing to the strengths of that character in a way that I really haven't seen a lot of Falkenrums do. So I'm really interested to see how Joe Crush handles that. And I think Geese Howard might be a good character to deal with it, right? Especially if he goes counter-heavy with it. But we also saw Lo-Fi King versus Rick Steezy. That final game, he played so different. He just totally went into more of a defensive mode with Falkenrum, which is also very interesting to see. So I'm very curious to see this match and how it plays out.
Yeah, again, it really does benefit what the format is and how we have it. You know, it's a best of 5, a 1st to 3 games. Mm-hmm. And I feel like there's a lot of freedom in that. You know, we saw Lo-Fi King start off with King, right? And obviously that he found it right away in his last matchup. That did not work out. He switched to Falkenrum, and Falkenrum ended up taking him all the way. Joe Crush, however, has had chances to adapt to his opponents. Even though he's been using the same character, it felt like he was losing early on, especially against Undefeated King, right? It felt like he was losing the entire way, but he slowly but surely adapted and made a comeback.
And Lo-Fi King, you know, he's been able to watch, right? So hopefully he's been watching, because if you're a King player and you watch that last set, you got to believe that King might not be a terrible choice here just because you've got all those throws, right? Yeah. So that's very interesting to know of whether or not Lo-Fi King was watching and paying attention there. Because
what if this is a big mind play from Joe Crush? What if this is a big mind play where he's like, I'm going to get thrown on purpose just so he tries to throw me?
Seems unlikely, Mark.
Never know. You never know.
You never know, though, right? I mean, and honestly, even in that final game, we saw that Lo-Fi King, that Joe Crush did start breaking throws, right, against Undefeatable King. So, you know, I do hear that we have an update from the bracket, and Avery eliminated by Undefeatable King 3-1. Wow is right. He's undefeatable. And, you know, even more impressive to me is that he comes off that close set with Joe Crush, right? Has to play immediately and still pulls it together and takes out Avery 3-1. Very nicely done. Undefeatable King. It'll be Undefeatable King and ELN in our lower bracket semifinals.
I mean, well, there you have it. We have our top 4, our final 4 here for our bracket, and it's going to be exciting because after this match in the upper bracket finals, we're going to have that next match with Undefeatable King and ELN, and that should be exciting.
Mm-hmm. That's going to be amazing, man. Yeah, and I'm really curious now that we talked about whether Lo-Fi King will use the King or not. I was curious about the Falkenbaum versus Geese Howard matchup. I thought that's what we're probably going to see, but the more I think about it, the King might not be a bad thing to test out.
We will see. We'll see. I mean, early on, he has a chance to play around again. Being the format, being best of 5, he can try King, see how effective it may be. They're not messing around. They're both going to their guns. They're big guns. So for the first time today, we're going to see Joe Crush's Jack 7, and it's going to go up against Lo-Fi King's Fakum Ram.
Yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, this is the upper bracket final. Of course, the winner of this goes to the grand final. So top 2 guaranteed if you're going to win this one. And the top 1 is the prize, right? That's what everyone's gunning for here today. This is to go to Evo, get that Evo hospitality package valued at $3,000. So this is huge today, absolutely huge. And as Mark mentioned, these guys are not messing around. We see the Jack coming out from Joe Crush side and the Fakum Ram coming out from Lo-Fi King. And we're going to Mishima Building. So I thought we were going to see Geese Howard versus Fakum Ram. Jack versus Fakum Ram is pretty interesting. I don't really get to see this matchup a lot, but I feel like Jack's range with his jab is pretty good.
It's crazy, this is a match that, I feel like I only see Anakin play this match. I don't see anybody else playing that match. We are having some trouble connecting to the match, but we will get right into it very shortly, guys. I hope you guys are ready for it. Again, speaking on that match, it's just one of those things that you rarely see, because how often do we really get to see Jack at high-level play? There's only a few players, right?
Mm-hmm. Very, very few. I mean, even like Joey Fury in the past used to be a Jack player, but now has moved on to Marduk, Fang Wei, had Paul Phoenix for a while. But it's really been Anakin who's been sticking to the character. And Joe Crush was another Jack main who, branched off, went to Geese Howard, had a lot of success with Geese Howard, but then still experimenting. Picked up a King of his own. So Lo-Fi King not going to King here. Joe Crush does have a lot of King experience, although, throw breaks are a different story. And also went to Julia Chang. But now we're seeing him circle back to that Jack. And Jack, in the history of Tekken 7, you go back to the very beginning you mentioned earlier, Saint and Naroma put in so much work with the character Jack. We see a bunch of Jack versus Dragunov grand finals with Saint and JDCR. But, a lot of people kind of went away from the character. After the forward 1 change for Jackhammer, lost some of its tracking, it was easier to get sidestepped, and everyone was like, oh, Jack's not that good anymore. And everyone kind of abandoned the character, except for Anakin, right? And then now, in the most recent changes that came, the Jackhammer has a little bit more tracking, so it's not as much as it had in the first version. It's not as little as it had in the last version, right? So it's a 3-bear situation, I guess. So basically, the character's better, and people are coming back to him.
It's crazy, though, because you got to think about it. Like, the history of Tekken 7, Jack has always been a character that, on paper, doesn't sound like he's that good, right? Especially because of how punchable certain moves are, right? But in practice, he is so good, especially the way a player can break down other players and other matchups, right? It really is up to the player to utilize this weapon and go up against other characters. I mean, I feel like it's like that for a lot of high-level matchups, right? But we've had the honor of seeing players like Naroma, players like Anakin, players like Saint, really elevate this character to the next level, especially Anakin over the past, I would say, since 2019. We saw him play at the Tekken World Tour Finals in Thailand, and he ended up getting 3rd place, correct me if I'm wrong,
Pretty sure.
in that tournament, right?
Think so?
Yeah. And, he's done it at so many major events. At EVO, he got 3rd place as well in 2019.
Place, yeah. Combo Breaker prior to that in 2019, 2nd place to Knee. I mean, Anakin sticking out with this character has been just so fun to watch. And, you mentioned on paper, right? And I think that's one of the weirdest things about people talking about characters in Tekken. They talk about on paper, like they'll look at something like down 4-2, but it's minus 14 on block and characters have 14 frame launchers. But then they never on paper look at things like range, distance, like how much range this character's jab reach. He doesn't have a 10 frame jab, but look how far that standing 2 at 11 frames reaches actually. Things like that people don't really talk about on paper as much as they should. So it's an interesting discussion to have. So even when people talk about like, oh, Bears bottom tier, right? And like, because they can't sidestep, but then you look at someone like, oh gosh, I forgot his name for a second, Rangchu, who's just like, I don't sidestep, I just backdash, and I'll punish you forward, because that's what the character is designed to do. So playing to your character strength is super important, which is why I'm so excited about seeing Lo-Fi King's Fakum Ram, right? Because the character is really designed as like this mix-up machine with the strings, and he's the only Fakum Ram I've seen so far that really is pushing that like to the extreme. A lot of people are like, I'm going to use this character's like range the standing 3, I'm going to use his like guard break mix-ups when I have the opportunity to, but Lo-Fi King is like, I'm going 100% mix-up at 100% speed, and it's up to you to figure it out, and I just love it.
I'm happy with any of these 4 players that we have left in the tournament. If any of them win the trip to Evo, because it just means we're going to have quality players that are going to be attending no matter what. So I'm excited. For me, I honestly don't have like a favorite that I want to pick, but I feel like players like Joe Crush would go there anyways, right?
Right.
Players like ELN might go there anyways, but
Probably.
for Lo-Fi King and Undefeatable King, I don't think I've heard of them going to offline events, so it would be nice to see if one of them could make it out.
Exactly. Like, personally, I always love rooting for underdogs, right? Like, we already know Joe Crush is amazing. He'll probably be there. ELN, same. But I'm totally with you. Lo-Fi King or Undefeatable King, you know, guys who have been regulars here at the PlayStation tournaments, FGC Arcade series in general for Tekken 7. Seeing one of those players make a name for themselves, like, look, I took out Joe Crush, I took out ELN, and I wanted to Evo, and here I am offline. Let's see what you're at. You know, like, let me see how I do against these Japanese players, these Korean monsters, these Pakistan guys. You know, like, that's the coolest thing to see. So it's such a huge opportunity here for these guys to make it even this far in the tournament and see if they can actually still do it.
Yeah, and between breaks, we've been talking about, you know, the Tekken World Tour and how it's back. The first event is actually happening this weekend in Daytona Beach, Florida at CEO, which we will both be at.
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm excited to see who's going to be drawing first blood, which country is going to be drawing first blood in terms of points. You know, when we had 2019 as our last event, it was France that was the first one to get points. It was at the mix-up, right? So
yes, sir.
Now, being a U.S. event and knowing who's going to be there, Arslan Ash is not going to be there, right? Players from Japan
But
will be
Chikrin
there.
is. Yeah.
Chikrin will be there, who's our reigning champion, which is only proper that he'll be there.
That's wild.
It's going to be fun. I can't wait to see that. I don't even know, is Joe Crush going there?
I don't know.
Tekken doesn't start till Saturday, so he very well might be, right?
Yeah, I didn't think about it till you mentioned, but Arslan's not going to be there, but
Yeah.
Chikrin is. So the champ is going to be there, and the guy who's not the champ is not going to be there, right? So we kind of get this build-up where the next event after this, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't it Evo?
The next Master event is going to be Evo. That's actually the Master Prime event, where you can get the most points possible for a single event. So the Master Prime event, being Evo, is going to be the one that costs the most in terms of value if a player is able to win that. And as far as I know, everybody's going to that one.
Ooh, that is going to be stacked. This matchup, though, looks like it's taking a minute to load. I'm curious if we're going to have more technical difficulties here, right? Violet Systems is going to be the stage perhaps this time. But it's taking a minute here. You see the Jack and the Falcon still want to get picked. They're like, please, man, pick me. Let's do it.
Let me in there, coach. Put me in.
Put me in, coach. I can do it. And, you know, this would have been so cool. Like, because, you know, the Jack versus Falcon matchup, I feel like characters that do better against Falcon are not the characters you expect. Like, when the first time I played Gigas versus Falcon, I was like, hey, this is actually pretty good, because my jab is as long as his standing 3. You know, everyone complains about Falcon's long legs, but Gigas' jab is long enough to keep him out. I'm like, dude, that's crazy.
Also, it's like he can't step any of your stuff.
Yeah, it's really weird which characters do better and worse against other characters. You know, once you start looking at the range of their tools and what they can do with it, right? So this will be very interesting if we get to see it. I hope we do. Please let us see it. Violet Systems, please. Oh man, oh there it was. Denied.
De nada.
Dang it. But yeah, you know, going back to what you're saying about Evo and who's going to be showing up there, right? Like, do you know if Chikrin is going?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, obviously, the registration for Evo closes at the early to mid-July, so we'll find out soon enough who's going to be going and who's going to be attending.
Got it.
So
Okay.
there's still time to register. I mean, we mentioned it earlier today. You guys have a special coupon code. If you're watching the stream, FGC Arcade, you get $25 off your registration fees. So
Yeah, that's huge,
hopefully you guys
man.
take advantage of that, because it's a good discount. $25 is
Definitely.
nothing to scoff at.
Exactly.
Oh,
So
it looks like we
are
may be
switching
shifting
things
to
up.
the lower bracket. So
Good
it looks
call,
like we may
probably.
be shifting over to Undefeatable King versus ELN. Undefeatable King, we saw he's been a monster Armor King, right? You know, he played very, very well in his winter semis match. Fell just short of defeating Joe Crush. And ELN, who we haven't seen on the stream since earlier today, but ELN, as we know, veteran player, uses both Master Raven and Kunimitsu. And I have a feeling we'll see both, just as that's how he is. We always see both of those characters from that player.
I know. I'm hoping that he sticks to just Master Raven the whole way through. But, you know, Undefeatable King, dude, he is so impressive right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, how
I'm
often is
really
it that
curious.
you have momentum when you get sent to the lower bracket? Because I feel like he
Yeah.
still has it.
I mean, like, we didn't get to see how it played out, right? But, like, there could be a world where Avery won the first game, and then he just 3-0'd him afterward. Like, you know, that could have happened. Or he could have came out there, like, almost 3-0'd him immediately, and Avery got a game in, and, you know, whatever happens. But regardless, still very close sets. And taking out Avery 3-1 is still an impressive feat. Especially in the lower bracket, to stay in and get to the top 4. Top 4, 4th place and 3rd place both get $100, right? So everyone's getting paid here today. Everyone in the top 8, they've played through the qualifiers to make it here. Everyone's getting paid, but it's all about getting that first place prize, right? That evil hospitality package, man. So Undefeatable King, guys, don't forget, 26 years old out of North Carolina. That Armor King has been so impressive, dude. Forward neutral too. I love the way he used it earlier. Just the way he mixed it up and kept the pressure on his opponents with it, so good. His back 1+4 usage has been fantastic, and the round situations. His throw mix-up game, his throw timing has been great.
Oh, yeah.
Just really solid Armor King.
It's so crazy how he utilizes certain moves and how he can seal them away. Like that forward neutral to that low smash. He was using it so well at the start, then he stopped using it. Then it came back at the end, and it proved to be effective, hitting more often than not. But yeah, he's such a good player in terms of making sure that his pokes and his throws and his attempts are effective. It's crazy.
Exactly. And ELN here, 37 out of Salt Lake City, Utah. First time I met this guy was actually in France when he came with the contingent
met him in
of
France?
I met him in France, yeah, dude, because it was, I think there was 4 or 5 players from Venezuela who traveled to France for Ultimate Tournament back in the day. This was 2010. It was him and Fuko and Jackson 5 and Alexis. It was just a really good time, you know, international tournament there. But that was, like I said, 2010, 12 years ago, playing Master Raven back then. Playing regular Raven back then. Now Master Raven here in Tekken 7. You see the 74% win rate here in this tournament so far. But, you know, he's just been playing for such a long time and still performing at this level, right? That's very impressive stuff. So let's see who the chat thinks is going to win this, guys. Who do you guys got? Undefeatable King with that Armor King?
I think they're going to be down the middle again. Very close
ELN?
to being 50-50.
They are very close. You're right. Oh,
Whoa.
man. Oh, boy.
Armor King fans. They're Armor King fans. For sure.
Character's good, man. We've seen so many Armor King players lately, too, right? You have guys like Justin Iglesias or Alpha on the map, and now Undefeatable King, another one to keep an eye on. This is a very interesting path, because, you know, prior to this, the most notable Armor King everyone talked about was JDCR. And his main thing was Armor King sucks, blah, blah, blah. And now you're seeing all these Armor Kings doing well. Where's JDCR at? I know he's still doing pretty well with Armor King too. I'm just talking trash because I want JDCR to come out to Evo and do well. And I assume he's going to.
You are the worst influence on JDCR. Leave him alone. You're going to actually goad him into picking Heihachi.
What did I do? What did I do? Dude, that was like 5 years ago. I can't believe we still remember that.
Everyone remembers that.
I mean, dude, he doesn't have to listen to anybody. It's his choice. Well done, JDCR. You made everyone happy that day. But coming up next, Undefeatable King versus ELN. Armor King versus Master Raven. Not a character matchup that we get to see a lot either.
I mean, it's going to be a treat today because that's what we're going to see right now. I'm going to be very honest. This is a match I never see. I never get to see this match. Master Raven is one of those characters that is as rare as is. Mm-hmm. And Armor King, you know, there's only a few specialists that play him and that are able to get this far in tournaments with him.
Exactly.
So we are in for a treat. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. It could be a high-flying escapade, but we'll find out right away as we go into the Devil's Pit.
Who's flying where? Man, fish for that back one, countered immediately from Undefeatable King. Caught him, though.
Double Vampire Knee. The wall, the follow-up here. Everything's hitting. Well, the last hit didn't.
Baited! This is confident ELN right now, right? The way he's moving in and attacking, it's like, I'm going. It's my turn. This is not at all what we saw out of ELN when we played Joe Crush earlier.
I feel like all it takes sometimes is someone to tell him, give him the memo and be like, hey, he doesn't know how to fight against your character. And then you just go crazy.
Right.
You have a new level of confidence. Activate flowchart A.
Hey.
Oh, man, I didn't mean it like that, but he is definitely going in right now. Oh,
beautiful.
Nice.
Woo. That chunky wall standing 4, but look at the ducks on all these throw attempts, man. ELN, all the right decisions right now. These same ducks are what got him killed against Joe Crush, though.
Yeah, and sometimes when you play with confidence, it's not only about how you approach your opponent, it's how you know that you're going to block certain things from them, and that's really what kind of showed there with ELN. ELN right now pushing back the other way, the back from Platoon, not going to get it.
Yeah, great adaptation from Undefeatable King, a nice low parry here as well.
Big opportunity, he needs this. Let's see what he does. How is he going to get in? Goes for the coconut bash.
I don't know if he meant to do that.
Oh,
blue
spit
stuff?
on him. Dash,
Tombstone.
slight dash, tombstone. What do you want on it?
KO.
Nice sidestep and reaction there. I like it. Able to get around on the scoreboard here. 2-1 in favor of ELN. Again, this is an open part of the stage now. So there are no walls there. There's a limited amount of damage that both of these characters can do now in the open.
Man, ELN is just whipping now. It started so well. And it's all falling apart right now, man. Undefeatable King is very impressive. Uh-oh. No!
Oh.
Master Raven things. That's rough. You got to be able to recognize it, though.
Fight.
Just Raven teams. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, just like that. It's final round here. Speared. Oh, boy. What a choice.
Big opportunity here. What are you going to do? Have the life lead. Try not to commit the shoulder barge.
Oh my
caught him
gosh.
on the back 1+4 again. It's been getting him killed
Nothing?
lately. Oh.
Good choice. The Pixel survives, though. Run up rage drive. Nothing, and down forward one. Keeps it nice and solid. Man, Undefeatable King is so impressive, dude. Going down those first 2 rounds like that and just being totally composed in your play throughout the game after that, that's hard to do.
I feel like you have to be composed. If you're Armor King, you got this poison mist in your mouth. You can't go crazy. You have to keep calm and composed. Otherwise, you might swallow it, right?
Right.
He's calm and composed. I like
Oh,
it. You're
man.
forced to be. It's that vicious training you go into this.
I mean, honestly, though, when you look back at that game, ELN looked like I'm in control, and now I'm panicking, right? Like, let's go ahead and look back at this. This is the replay for this game right here. And immediately it was like, as Mark said, the flowcharts, like, I got them all, and they're all going to work on you. Everything I want, it's going to work. So that's exactly what it looked like. Look at that. Look at the call out there. The ducks. Everything
It's
was working.
crazy because if you look at the first 2 rounds, it's like, hey man, when I got walls, I can't lose. I'm the best. And then as soon as the walls go away, wait a minute, Undefeatable King is turning things up.
Yeah, but the way that ELN started whiffing and just throwing moves out, it just looked like it was desperation. I'm like, why are you so desperate when you had the momentum? You had the lead. And here we are, final round. Stops the back 1+4 there. And wow, see, and he faked in and out so many times that it gave Undefeatable King a chance to find that handspring. And then that whiff there, he's like, all right, well, you whiffed. Simple and safe. Down forward 1. It's all I need. I feel like if ELN was playing that with like the down back 2-1 with Raven as a whiff punisher, right? But it's not something we see. It's very often it just seems like ELN wants to swing for the fences and doesn't want to just poke his opponent down.
Yeah, and again, that's just part of the unfortunate thing. Again, but because we have longer sets here, I'm sure there's going to be some adjustments here and there. But again, I think momentum is so key for especially these players. We've seen it go back and forth, you know, with all of them. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see all of their matches on stream, but I would have loved to see how ELN adjusted in some of the matches that he played, especially in the lower bracket. But the thing is, we're seeing it right now, and he started off so strong here, right, in that opening game, but then he just let it slip. We're going to the Mishima Dojo, it looks like.
Yeah, and the weird thing about it was like you're up 2 rounds and you start playing desperate. That's what it seemed like to me. That's what was so curious. But we'll see. You know, as I mentioned, been playing a long time. Placing top 4 is still very good. But you know, you have to rein that in those situations. And if he played the way that Undefeatable King played at the end, he would have easily won that first game.
Could have been.
They are
Either
swinging.
way. They are definitely swinging. He waited. He tried to get him with the launch, but timing was off.
Wow. It looked like he was airborne, but still got caught by the launcher.
Yeah, that was weird. Interesting exchange there.
Good throw break. Nice. Not the right punish, but still not bad. Holy moly! How did she get so low?
Get low. Oh, trying to catch him, but a great adjustment there. Good conversion here. Undefeated looking one mix up. Oh, the vampire, and he whiffed. Up close, the drive. You hate
He
to see
caught
it.
her out of the air with the 2 jab. I gotta believe that's not what he was trying to do, but it worked out perfectly.
Maybe he's right-handed. Who knows?
Bing bang
Hey,
boom.
hey.
Perfect.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
What a clean round.
Round 3.
Yeah,
We need to see more of those.
Fight.
Oh, that was a good attempt.
big opportunity here. Keeping that pressure. I like what Undefeatable King is doing. Goes for the backsway that way. Able to land it.
Out of here. Low option. Gets the mix. No.
You notice he really hasn't really been going for the throws, but all these hits, they just keep landing.
Fight.
Yeah, the first game, Undefeatable King went for a lot of throws and Elon was just ducking a lot, right? So I think maybe that's kind of put him off throws a little bit. Clothesline. Uh-oh. It's right. Converts off the down back 2 airborne conversion. Nice.
Oh, nice duck. While standing 1, gets the punish, gets the sidewall. Doesn't matter, still gets the follow-up.
Oh boy, counter. Wall saves him. Elon has one chance here.
KO.
Oh, why didn't you let it go?
Yeah, He put him into the mix. He actually gave him the opportunity to counter poke. So that was just unfortunate for him. But look at that, 2 games straight now. Do you think he'll switch to Kunimitsu?
I don't know, man. I really have no clue anymore. It just feels like he has these rounds where he's playing unstoppable. And then the next thing you know, it's completely stoppable. It's like what are you supposed to do with this? And when you're playing like that, it's completely hit or miss. I don't like, as somebody who has multiple characters, I don't know what your mind is thinking about. Like, do you think it's time this isn't working? Even though you've had so many rounds that are perfects and that are working flawlessly, it doesn't seem like the character's the issue.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, even if he does make the switch, let's say he does go to Kunimitsu, it's going to be one of those moments where it's a kind of a test. Like, does my opponent know how to fight against this character? Who knows? Maybe these guys play against each other a lot. Maybe that's that different level. But we can see some of the most recent game between these two. Undefeatable King was just in such a comfortable position.
Oh, for sure. And that's one of the things that's so impressive about him in general, right? It's that he never really looks phased. Like, even when he lost to Joe Crush in that close final game, it still looked like he was, for the most part, in control. Like, him out of control, it looks like he's just ducking and not hitting a button. Like, that's as badly out of control as we've seen Undefeatable King so far. Which is a very good thing to have. If that wasn't clear. But yeah, that was beautiful handspring. And a couple times, there's this small moments of hesitation from ELN, right? Like, he'll go into a backturn situation where he could go for a mix, but instead cancels out of the mix, and then by the time he tries to force another mix, he gets hit. Right? It's like, just commit the first time. Like that, right there. If he went
that
for
was
the
a key
low,
one right there.
it was over.
He had such a big opportunity to make a comeback, and his opponent was just watching, but as soon as he stopped, that was like, okay, it's my turn now. And that was all she wrote.
Exactly. And so, when he's not hesitating and he's just running his offense and just letting it land where it will, that seems to be where ELN has had the most success, right? So let's see what he decides to do here. It's going to be the Raven the whole way through here. He's got to run it back 3 straight. And Joe Crush did this to Undefeatable King, so it's not like it's impossible here. We're going to go back to Violent Systems. Good size stage. Raven's wall carry pretty good as well. Let's see what happens.
All right, here we go. What could potentially be the final game here. Let's see how it plays out, of course.
Oh boy. Look at that whip there, and the way Undefeatable King would just backdash, ready to whip punish. Like, if you give me something, I will forward 2-1 and get this on you, right? And ELN's like, sure, here's a whip leg for you. Hey. Good choice there. Not letting the last hit of that go. And look at the backdoor throw now. Oh my gosh. Hit the capital punishment with the crouch dash sweep. Very nice. Gets the perfect. But this is exactly what it's been like, right? ELN has these rounds where it's just straight up perfect and then proceeds to lose the game. Convert. Scooped.
Ooh, nice hop kick. I like it.
The hop kick call outs from Undefeatable King have been great so far. Multi-throw. Gotta guess. Nothing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Look at the patience, though. Oh!
Good
nice
call.
duck. Into the punish. There you go. ELN with a nice lead here. Potentially able to get a game. We'll see.
Wow, just do it. I love that hop kick, too. I don't want to deal with your mix. I'm going to put myself airborne so the max damage you get is minimized. Yes.
Big opportunity. Goes for the tackle. Oh, that's going to hit. Oh,
Too
he
far.
missed the follow-up.
Oh my gosh. And that will be the game. ELN on the board. Yeah, that rage drive hit from so far that the throw follow-up was like hard hit. I don't know if a forward grab works there, like a regular forward grab. But I mean, I feel like you can't do the command grabs in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that he could have done other than that. But unfortunately, I think looked like a missed input there. So it looked like the tombstone didn't even come out. I'm assuming that's what he was going for. But just unfortunate, not able to pull it off. And ELN on the scoreboard.
He is on the scoreboard.
2-1.
And one of the things that ELN does very well with Ravens, when he's playing very well at least, is just keep out, right? Like, he just turtles and does very good keep out against you. And we saw some of that start to land in that game. So, you know, whether he goes into that mindset to do that or not, or whether he's just forced into, like, an offensive rush down. Because it seems like today we've seen a lot more offensive rush down from ELN.
Oh, yeah. And then early on, it was all about Undefeatable King. You know, he did such a great job here, especially trying to close it out, gets a shoulder barge to close it out. But this is where ELN starts turning things up. Gets a big counter hit, the follow-up, pushes towards the wall, puts him into the mix-up position. Not only that, able to capitalize and kind of keep his opponent there. Keep him guessing.
Yeah, that grab from back to so good. Look at this. Capital punch out of the air and then just lets him whiff and get the punish. Like, that's one of the keys to Tekken, right? Like, one of the easiest way to get damage. Just let your opponent hang themselves. Let them throw out an attack and let them whiff and then get a punish on it.
And looking at how ELN was able to close it out here at the end, the patience, able to get the whip punish here, looking to close it out one more time. But there's the ultimate tackle, which was kind of unexpected at the time. But here, that was it right there.
He tried to take a step for the grab. I think he recognized the rage drive was far. So just out of range for him there, unfortunately, for that rage drive. But ELN gets on the board, and we get a character switch to Lars? Wow. I
Yeah.
don't think the Arm King did that bad.
I don't think so either. But maybe he knows something that we don't. Maybe
That's
this
surprising.
is something, a level of familiarity. Maybe these guys have played each other countless amount of times, and who knows? Who knows? This is interesting.
Mr. Alexanderson.
Round one. Fight.
All right, in the Arctic snowfall.
He's got those clothes on, too.
But I'm glad he does, because it's cold out there. Hey.
Doesn't this outfit change the stage music?
I don't think so.
I forget.
I don't think
Find
so.
out.
It changes his rage art. That's it. Ooh, nice.
Man, so full of surprise. Undefeatable King, the Lars player. Oh, backward orbital. Speaking of surprises.
Supplies. No duck there. Doesn't matter.
No duck there. That's good. I would have ducked there. Got hit. Caught him. Down that core counter. Very nice.
Ooh,
Wow.
Instant running 3.
Round three.
And just like that, it is set point for Undefeatable King. See the music?
Oh, you see the music? I hear it. I definitely hear it.
See the music?
Well, somebody that might be seeing the music right now is ELN, unless... Oh, wait, ELN is working on a nice comeback right now. Into the one grab, able to close it out with a parfait.
Round four.
Needs two more.
Fight.
Maybe this music powers up ELN. Like, I love this song.
Instant running 3. That's my jam. Nice low
Good.
parry. Prepped and ready for it. What's the mix? Instant running 3. Look at this pressure. Building up this life lead here from Undefeatable King. Looking
Finally
really
a
strong right now.
sidewalk.
Ooh.
Wow! Okay, with Rage, your
Miss-
last chance. No block on the shoe shine, and down forward 1 will close it out. Hit the music. Undefeatable
Let me
King.
call my friend Noctis real quick and tell him about this awesome deal I saved on my car insurance. That's what's happening right now. You guys don't know.
Everyone-
That's exactly what's happening.
Everyone gets distracted by this music. Got him.
Got him. Thanks for
Man.
playing the music.
Undefeatable King, 3-1, advances to the top 3 of the tournament here with that win over ELN. Nicely done, sir. Bringing out the Lars. which seemed questionable at the time, but obviously got the job done. Very, very nicely done there. Undefeatable King.
Yeah, unexpected too. Unexpected King with the large pick. But we'll see some of the action from that final game. You can see very effective early on. Undefeatable King was able to rise up and go up 2 rounds to none early on, landing lots of counter hits. Not only counter hits, but just really going in on the defensive options here that he had. He was great at with punishing too. It was crazy.
I think ELN by the end of this started adjusting and started trying to sidewalk more, right? But prior to that, it was just very linear with his movement. I think that really cost him. But didn't
that
have
was that brilliant round. That was a good round, and I thought things were going to shift after that, but it was just unfortunate at that time.
Yeah, I think like every shoe shine hit, and if it wasn't both hits, it was the second hit like that, right? And there you have it. Undefeatable King, 3-1 over ELN, moves into our lower bracket finals, waiting for whoever loses between Lo-Fi King and Joe Crush.
Oh yeah.
Man, I thought that match was going to play off screen, but I guess we're going to try to run it still, huh? Lo-Fi King and Joe Crush.
Going to be waiting to run it, of course. We have 3 players left. ELN, of course, getting 4th place. It's down to these 3 to find out who will be getting that trip to EVO and hopefully be representing the FGC Arcade as they make it to the big show.
Man, oh man. So we got 2 of the Kings in here. Lo-Fi King and Undefeatable King in our top 3 of this tournament. Avery, Rick Steezy, ELN were all heavy favorites to make at least the finals. And all of them out before top 3 even. So congratulations to Undefeatable King, Joe Crush, and Lo-Fi King for making it this far into the tournament. Top 3 is where you want to be, of course. $100 and up for all the prizes. But of course, first place, what everybody is trying to get here, that EVO hospitality package, flight, hotel, and everything covered, $3,000 value for whoever wins here tonight.
Oh yeah.
Man.
So Rip, it's been a long day so far. We've seen a ton of players, just really being part of this amazing event that we've had. Of course, and if you guys are interested, you guys could also sign up and get involved. Go to compete.playstation.com. It's integrated within the PS4 version of Tekken 7. You guys can sign up for tournaments and compete at a weekly basis. So I hope you guys take advantage of that. There'll be more events like the FGC Arcade in the future, and I hope you guys partake.
Oh, most certainly, man. If you guys are trying to get on out to EVO, don't forget, you guys can use the code FGC Arcade at evo.gg to save $25 on your entry there. So if you guys have been thinking about it, thinking like, oh man, if only I had a coupon code, well now you do. FGC Arcade for $25 off, man. Get in there. And of course, you guys will still need to buy your arena tickets separately. And that arena is where you want to be, man. The last few times, it's been a few years since we've had an EVO, right? But being in that arena is a totally different experience that you can get from any other big fighting game event. I've been in plenty around the world, and there's literally nothing on the scale of EVO for fighting games. So definitely get that arena and be part of it.
Yeah, and I'll be there. Rip will be there. I hope we see you guys there as well. Let's go ahead and see what these guys are fighting for today. As we mentioned, the EVO Hospitality Package value at $3,000. That's going to our first place winner. Second place will get $200. Our third and fourth place victors will get $100, and 5th through 8th will get $25.
Everybody who's made it this far does get paid, though. So that's obviously good news for everyone just for participating, right? And if you guys missed it earlier, these tournaments are free to enter. You guys can sign up, as we talked about earlier, and get involved, compete.playstation.com for absolutely nothing, right? It's free, which is just amazing. Back in the day, we didn't really have opportunities like this to be players and get paid regularly just by staying home and playing the video game that we all love to play, right? So very, very cool stuff here that PlayStation Tournaments is putting on here with this FGC Arcade series.
Oh, yeah. I got to talk about it. Just, thinking about the old days and what we had. I mean, we had to go to arcades around our different regions, put up a coin to wait our turn on one machine with like 30, 40 people there sometimes. And now you can do this from the comfort of your own home. This is awesome, right?
For sure. It's such a different world now. Like, you just said coin, and I feel like kids who are born now, they don't even know what coins are. Like, coins and paper money, what is that? Like, you don't just, like, use your phone to pay for everything or credit cards or something. The world has changed so much. But, yes, the old days, to get to where we are now is just wild to look back at, right? And, yeah, it's just incredible, man. And do you even think that one day we would have tournaments officially with PlayStation, integrated tournaments into the game system, into the game itself? Like, I just saw that for the first time recently, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, so there's a menu here, and it shows you the bracket, and then you can get your results, and it automatically sends invites to the players. I'm like, this sounds like it's the future, but it's happening now.
it's actually integrated with your PlayStation Network ID. It's actually brilliant. It's cool to see that.
Very cool.
And not only Tekken, there's other games that are supported on the platform as well. So again, if you guys check out compete.playstation.com, you'll be able to know what else is out there. For those of you guys that play other games other than Tekken and other fighting games and other even just competitive games in general.
For sure, man. But we are, guys, trying to get the match squared up for you guys. Lo-Fi King and Joe Crush were our upper bracket finals. That's the ones we were hoping to get to see here.
All right, we have an official update for you guys. As you guys can see, check out the bracket. Unfortunately, Lo-Fi King had issues with his internet. He was not able to fix it in time, so he is disqualified out of the tournament.
Wow.
And he will not be able to play in our winners, our upper side finals. That means Undefeatable King will be floated now into our grand finals, where he's going to go have his rematch against Joe Crush.
Oh my goodness. First of all, that is so unfortunate for Lo-Fi King, right? Because obviously it had that crazy close set with Rick Steezy. I was really looking forward to seeing how the Fakama would do against Joe Crush. But now goes out of third place here. Undefeatable King, though, now gets that chance for redemption, right? It was down to the wire. Final round when he played against Joe Crush before. And now gets an opportunity without even having to beat Lo-Fi King in the loser final, right? So now he's right back in the grand finals like, all right, this is my opportunity. This is exactly what I wanted. But to do so, he's got to win 2 sets, right? Coming down from the lower bracket now. You got to beat Joe Crush twice. Yeah, and if anyone in this bracket can do it, from what we've seen so far, it is Undefeatable King.
We will see. I mean, they had a brilliant set earlier on. It was against Geese against Armor King. Do you think it's the same matchup we'll see, or do you think Joe Crush is going to go with the Jack this time?
I think we might see the Jack. But let's take a look at the tail of the tape, see how these guys match up with each other. Here's the head-to-head graphic. Joe Crush, 10-0 so far. Undefeatable King, 10-3 so far. Boy, man. I mean, Joe Crush has looked pretty ridiculous throughout today. Obviously, when we saw the set early between them, though, it was 3-2, and Joe Crush had a very, very close loss, right? It was close. It was down to the final round. And then he won that round with the perfect, though. And there was just so many things that happened from the beginning of that set to the end, the adaptation between both players. I'm really curious to see what strategy both of them come up with. Because as you mentioned, character choice is a big deal here. Joe Crush might not even bring the Geese out. He might just bring the Jack.
Yeah, I'm curious too, because if he goes straight to the Jack, which I feel like what he was going to do in the upper finals when they were kind of previewing and we were kind of seeing the loading screen, I feel like it's going to be a completely different matchup, because Jack, obviously the character he's a bit more comfortable with right now.
Right.
And maybe he wants to make short work of the day. Maybe he wants to end the day early. Like, you know what, let me pick Jack and try to get in there. However, Undefeatable King, we don't know how well he does against Jack. Maybe it's something he sees as an advantage. And I don't know. It's cool because, again, we have the possibility of having 2 sets, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I got to ask, what does the chat think? What does the crowd that's watching right now think? Who do you guys think is going to win? Is it going to be Joe Crush or Undefeatable King? For the most part, you guys have been back and forth, very close. Sometimes Joe Crush, sometimes the opponent. We'll see. But what do you guys think? Who do you think is going to win this time? That's the question.
They've been leaning towards Joe Crush a little bit, but look at that, Undefeatable King, 55% here.
Like I said, they love Armor King. They are Armor King fans.
Man, that's a bold bet there, chat.
Yeah.
But as I mentioned, Undefeatable King's probably the guy to do it if anyone's going to get it done against Joe Crush. And, going back to what happened earlier today in EU, right? You had Tetsu versus DBP. Tetsu, offline champion, like people they were very familiar with the name, but he lost to DBP, who came from losers and got the reset and got the victory there, right? And DBP, an FGC Arcade Summer Community Series regular. So now you have the situation where the same thing might play out here. Joe Crush, he's kind of the offline familiar now, and Undefeatable King is more of the FGC Arcade regular who might come from loser side and get 2 sets and get it done. Like, this could happen, where it happens across both tournaments.
Bro, this is a high-stakes match. This is for a $3,000 value package to go to EVO, register for the event, hotel, and flight. There's a lot on the line. I can't wait to see who is going to be the winner and who's going to be representing for FGC Arcade Summer Community Series at the big show. Yeah, so I'm excited.
Absolutely huge, man. A lot on the line here. So very, very interesting match that we got coming up. Personally, though, I do think we're going to see the Jack. I think the Jack is coming out. Undefeatable King. What if he uses Lars? Oh, boy. It's the Jack and it's Armor King. Okay.
I mean, what if he does use Lars? I think that would be interesting, right? Maybe it's a test. When did Joe Crush start playing Tekken? That's a honest question,
Tekken
right?
7. I think it's Tekken
Is he a
7.
Tekken 7 player?
I think he is.
Because all right, we'll see.
Lars
We'll
is
see.
a good test. A lot of people
Yeah.
don't have much experience against that character.
Fight.
Damn. Metal will be clanging between these two.
Clang, clang, clang.
Let's see how it plays out. Ooh, nice. Try to go for the whip punish down 4-2. Unable to get it. Undefeatable King with a nice punish there.
Oh boy, jackhammer.
Oh, do you got those now, Joe Crush? Did you study the tapes?
Dude, just do it. Down, forward twos, gets him to the wall. Hey,
Nice. Oh,
out of there. Man, he loves that escape.
oh he
Wall
might be
splat.
dead. He might be dead.
I love it. Minimal scaling, gets the wall splat straight into Rage Art. Is it enough?
Oh my gosh.
Of course
he's
it's
alive.
not.
Oh,
And this
yeah,
time you
get
didn't
him,
go
kid.
low.
Oh,
Get out of here.
everything
Bro,
in the kitchen sink hit.
I cannot believe that end of the round.
Oh my gosh, and a nice punish there from Joe Crush. He deserves to win this now.
That round might have told it to tail the entire set.
Yeah. Oh, but a low parry, shifting the momentum back. He hit him with it.
Nothing?
Uh-oh,
Sweep
C
the
planner,
leg.
and that was enough. 2 rounds straight for Joe Crush. Joe Clutch.
Hey, hey.
Get him. Oh my God. Patriot Knuckle, the follow-up. Boom.
Hey.
A minute, Undefeatable King.
Debug.
Never mind. That was just a regular debugger. Straight up. Damn. That was, hey man, his Jack's really good compared to his other character, Geese.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that first round, right? You look back at just the way that ended. You saw the wall splat into the Rage Art, left it with the pixel, and you go back to that very first game they had, right? Where it was the throw into the same kind of situation on the ground, and Joe Crush stayed on the ground that time and took 2 hits, and that's how Undefeatable King beat him for that first game. This time around, instead, Joe's like, no, I'm doing a get-up kick this time, and it hit, got him off, and then immediately like, boom, got the victory, right? And it's like, oh man, you almost stole it, but Joe's not letting you steal it no more, right? So the Joe Clutch is in effect for sure.
Yeah. This is a big decision now for Undefeatable King. Is he going to make a switch and try to test another character? Because this might be his last opportunity to test another character, because he does, again, have to lose 3 games to be eliminated from the tournament. Will he switch? That's the question. Let's look at some of the action from our opening game here in our grand finals. And Joe Crush switching over to Jack, really making it effective early on. There was this big opportunity here where he landed the forward 2-1 right into the Rage Art, but it wasn't enough. What happened and what transpired after might have shifted the entire course of the set, because that was a heartbreaker, let me tell you. This moment right here was a heartbreaker.
He tried to dash up this time, and Joe Crush got the get-up kick, and that's really where the momentum switched. And you see them, he just paused there, right? No punch at all. And just everything fell apart there. Seed planner. Oh my goodness. Patriot Knuckle, dude? Come on.
Yeah.
The boom. That's a sick move name, by the way. Thanks for teaching me.
Yup. Anytime, my friend. Sometimes we look at the
Debug.
move list. Sometimes we look at the move list and we become inspired of what we see, and we're like, "Dang, that's a nice name. Let me call that out." Sometimes we make up names for moves as well.
Yep.
I like the community names. You know, they go a long way. But sometimes you just find the gold in the move list.
Like Leroy's back 1+2. I have no idea what the real name is.
Me
it's
neither. But
shotgun.
everyone calls it
Yes.
sawed-off shotgun, and I
Yep.
love it. It's like
great.
boom,
It's a fitting name.
instant impact.
Here we go. The Mishima building for game 2. Joe Crush up 1-0. Winner side of the bracket trying to get his trip to Evo.
Fight.
Undefeatable King sticking it out with Armor King. Punish that. Yes.
Nice. Double back 1-2 already.
Hey.
Interesting that Joe Crush has gone for so many of those down forward tubes early on in this opening game, or opening round.
Much more deliberate pace from Undefeatable King. But bad spring kick. Look, he's dead. He's dead.
He is donezo into the Rage Art.
All because you did a spring kick. Why did you do that spring kick there? You have a character that leaves you back turned off the spring kick if they block it.
Yeah, spring, that's so out of style. It's summertime, baby. Anyways,
Yikes.
Joe Crush continuing that air of dominance here that we saw in game number 1. Yo, he's making so many punishable mistakes, and he's still coming out on top. No
Exactly.
launch? No launch there?
No
Good
launch,
hop
and then he backdashes, gets the whip, gets the launcher. Undefeatable King is really just giving this one away. And oh my gosh, he caught him! I thought he's going over the top.
Oh, he's dead. Oh no, he didn't get
Not
splat.
yet, not yet. It's enough damage though.
Round
Bro,
3.
this is crazy.
Fight.
The amount of opportunity that Undefeatable King has had that's not going to pay
Bro.
off. Debug, start of the round.
Do it again. Joe, do it again. See what he does. Oh man, he's
boy.
taking liberties here in terms of offensive tools.
I mean, everything's working.
KO.
And that's a quick one game away from getting it done and winning that Evo Hospitality Package. $3,000 value, chat. Craziness, man. Absolutely crazy. So wild. And it's really curious to me because it looks like Undefeatable King has forgotten everything that he learned in their first set. It's like, where everything that worked? Forward, neutral 2. Where are the throws? You know, like...
It's
he
completely
had
different though. It's completely different now because he's going up
Because
against
the Jack?
and it seems like he's uncomfortable with the pressure that Jack, like as soon as Joe Crush starts going in with like the standing 2 or the down back 1, it's forcing Undefeatable King to block, and that's not really where his strength is blocking those mixes. You know, he hasn't been going for the back ones before, which I noticed, which is really interesting,
Right. And all those things that we've seen him do so many times, we're not seeing him do at all this time around, right? So that's what's so weird to me, because I understand the character changed, right? But all the offense you had that was working, you're not going to at all. Hey. And here it was. This is how he stole that round back. And man, the big mistake with that spring kick is coming back to me right now. Like, dude, that was so costly. And here we go for round 2. And like everything Joe Crush wanted, he was getting, right? Moments of hope for Undefeatable King like this right here. But then, you know, just one duck, next thing you know, it's over. Bad get-up kick, forward 2 for the punish. Just finishing strings, man. And then the down for 2 on his wake-ups. Like, I'm not even going to let you get a chance to do anything. I'm attacking on your wake-ups here. Non-stop pressure, Joe Crush. Just needs one more. We're going to stick it out to Arm King. Good luck, Undefeatable King. Abandoned Temple going to be the stage.
Yeah, and you know what could potentially be the final game of the tournament? Joe Crush is looking really, really strong here. If anything's going to happen, Undefeatable King really has to put it all out there. Let's see if he's able to do it, though.
Fight.
Man, oh man, let's see. Debug, start of the round again.
He's here to make a statement, and Joe Crush, he's already writing his name down on the trophy and on the check.
Side
He's
step
like,
right.
here's my known traveler ID. Here's my preferred airport. Let me tell you.
Bounce.
Oh my gosh, he is boots. He's on a mission. Joe Crush is on a mission.
Boot.
He wants to end this with an exclamation point.
Is it 7 rounds straight right now?
It might as well be. It might as well be.
Where's the 4-4 neutral 2? Those are the ones that were hitting.
Okay. I mean, I want to see a fight. Let's see what Undefeatable King can do. Very important game, of course. This time getting some damage there. He has the wall positioning.
one?
This is big. This is, oh my gosh, how did that hit and miss? How did
know.
they miss and hit?
Oh boy. He missed and it hit.
What is he
That's
doing?
not a real...
Oh my
He got a
god,
punch.
did he get it?
Oh my gosh, he can do no wrong. He's dead. He's not dead. No one ever dies in this game.
Round 3.
Set
Tomorrow
point. Tournament
never
point.
dies. Like I said, he was already giving his traveler info. Joe Crush is on a tear right now. He's gonna debug again too. Nice.
That boom stuff.
Yeah, we haven't seen that since second 5. Let's go.
No punish on the wild standing 1. It's all falling apart for Undefeatable King. Joe Crush looking to book his ticket to Evo. Rocket kick.
Ooh! And he might book it here. Let's see what he does. How is he gonna book it?
With the low kick. No exclamation mark. Just give it to me. I'm going to Evo. Hospitality package is mine. It's the robot, Joe Crush, with the Joe Clutch today. 3-0 in the grand finals. Congratulations, sir. You're headed to Evo. Boom. It's booked. Congratulations.
Yeah, we'll see him there. I mean, I'm excited to see him. You know, he's a great representative for US Tekken. He's been doing so well in tournaments online and offline, and now he's our champion here at the FGC Arcade Summer Community Series North American Tekken 7 Finals. So congratulations to Mr. Joe Crush.
Yeah, and shout outs again to our kings, Undefeatable King and Lo-Fi King for rounding out second and third place here. You know, a lot of people would not have put them into that top 3 position with all the other stacked competition we had in this top 8, but they got it done. Well, let's take a look back at this final game we had here, man, and much like the rest of the set, this was all Joe Crush. You know, whatever he wanted to do was working out. Undefeatable King had moments, but look at the range on that wall bounce there. Just maximum range and found it.
Yeah. It's like he's a robot or something. It was wild.
Perfect distance.
But see, we saw that miss, we saw it hit, and everything was just going crazy, and then Joe Crush just started
Rage
feeling
hard.
himself. He just started feeling himself way too hard, and everything just started working. And I feel
doesn't
like
even
at this
kill.
point, it was over. That's when I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
He's feeling really good about himself.
Oh man, we had one cool looking comp for Undefeatable King, a glimmer of hope, but doesn't get into the wall with it. No punch in the wild standing one. And then Joe's like, oh well, all I need is a little something here and it's over. That's not gonna hurt me. Rocket kick. Little low kick, close it out maybe. There's the high whiff. Got him. That's the tournament, boys. Just like that. Joe Crush, tournament champion. Oh man, and this is a look back at how we got here, boys. It was a wild one. Start off some big 3-0s at the beginning, some close 3-2s in the middles, and then, you know, we didn't get to see Lo-Fi King. You know, internet problems stepped up, but Joe Crush goes to the grand finals. Undefeatable King had that close set in the first time against Joe Crush, but had the run back opportunity and couldn't get it done. You know, honorable mention to Undefeatable King and Lo-Fi King for second and third place, but ELN also closing out fourth place here, making that run back through the lower bracket. Avery with Steezy going out at 5th, and Anya, Tekken, and Damas out at 7th here today. But Joe Crush is the winner of the PlayStation Tournament's FGC Arcade Summer Community Series for Tekken 7 North America, and he will be winning that EVO Hospitality Package, $3,000 value, and we will see him at EVO in August.
So good stuff to everybody that has participated. And of course, if you want to participate in other games, tomorrow we have got Guilty Gear Strive. Next week we have Street Fighter V Champion Edition, and of course, right after that we have Dragon Ball Fighters as well. The FGC Arcade Summer Community Series continues with these games, and we hope you guys can join in and be part of it. Again, compete.playstation.com.
Man, that was a fun day of some Tekken 7 action, guys. And if you enjoyed it, if you guys want to be a part of this, right? These are free to enter. Sign up and get involved. Compete.playstation.com. That's where you guys can sign up, you know, for all these games that Mark Man just listed to you about on the schedule. But Tekken 7, of course, the one you guys want, right? So compete.playstation.com.
Oh yeah, and if you guys are interested in attending events like these, but on the offline side, you guys can join us for EVO 2022. It's happening August 5th through 7th in Las Vegas, Nevada at Mandalay Bay. You guys can use that coupon code on the screen right now, FGC Arcade, to save $25 off your registration for the competition pass at evo.gg. So make sure you guys sign up there, and hopefully we'll see you in Las Vegas. This discount does not count towards the arena tickets that are happening on Sunday, but again, just some way to save some money, and hopefully we'll see you there, and we'll be able to celebrate fighting games together.
Or you can just, you know, pay for your, pretend like in your head that you're paying for the pass, but you're getting $25 off the arena ticket. That's the way to look at it too. Regardless, you're saving some cash. FGC Arcade is a coupon code at evo.gg. And you guys want to get that arena ticket, trust me. It's a once in a lifetime kind of experience. You know, you don't get that experience at any other fighting game event, period. It's been 3 years since we've got to experience one of these, right? So I'm very excited to be going back to EVO and checking out that arena again for these top 8s.
Oh yeah.
All right, well, that does do it here for us today at the PlayStation Terms FGC Arcade Summer Community Series for Tekken 7 North America. Congratulations once again to Joe Crush. I'm Rip. That's Mark, man. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Peace.
Bye, guys. We're really excited to announce that the Tekken World Tour is back this year, and especially that we will be able to see the return of offline events. Kicking off on June 24th, Tekken World Tour 2022 will be a hybrid of offline and online events. Some of the biggest changes of this year to look forward to. First off, we are seeing the return of physical events. We have more regions for 2022, which we will touch on shortly. There is also the global finals to look forward to this year. With finals in San Francisco, Amsterdam, and Bangkok in past years, this is something that really created so many memorable moments in past seasons. At a glance, you can see the players will compete in various Master and Dojo events from late June through October, with regional finals for designated regions taking place from late October through December. Then we'll have the global finals as an offline event in early 2023. There will be 16 regions from around the globe in which players can participate in local events to gain points to increase their standing in their respective regional leaderboard. This is the largest number of regions that we've had for TWT so far. Notable additions are Pakistan as a separate region and North Africa. There have also been some changes as to which countries belong to which region, aiming to provide a better competitive experience. To see which region your respective country is in, please see the fine details at TekkenWorldTour.com. There are two tiers of events this year, Master and Dojo. You can see the hierarchy here in relation to how many points are awarded. Also, the top performing players in each region will advance to regional and then global finals. Here's the list of Master events on the tour this year, and you can see that EVO is designated as a Master Prime event, meaning it will award more points. Master events are major established tournaments around the globe that are scheduled to hold offline events this year. Unlike Dojo events, Master events are strictly offline. Master events are the best chance to gain the most points. Any player from any region can participate in any Master and gain points to boost their standing in their respective leaderboard. Dojo events are comprised of community-organized offline or online events. The number of points received for top placer scales according to the overall number of entrants. More point categories this year with the addition of a 48+ category. In addition to 96+ Dojo events, there is a new category called Dojo Prime. Dojo Prime events are outstanding local events with a large influence on their local communities. Tournament organizers who believe their event may fit the bill can apply for Dojo Prime designation within their Dojo application, after which it will be reviewed by Bandai Namco Entertainment. Be sure to sign up in the esports tournament portal. Details about the start of registration will be released on our official accounts, so please follow them for updates. Another notable difference of this new category, Dojo Prime events have a hefty number of points, substantially more than 96+ dojos. The top Master placement and top 4 Dojo placements, including Dojo Prime, are calculated to determine your ranking in the leaderboard. Here is the point breakdown for this year. You'll notice the additional 48+ category in Dojo, and also the addition of Dojo Prime. After you have registered for an event in StarGG, Challenge, or Tournamel, players should head to the esports tournament portal and sign up for the actual Tekken World Tour itself. The site should be open for registration in mid-June. For tournament organizers, Dojo events start on June 24th and applications are being accepted from mid-June. In addition to StarGG, Challenge, and Tournamel can now also be used to register events and for signups. So that's the basic rundown of the Tekken World Tour for 2022, and you can check out all the details on TekkenWorldTour.com.
Calling all fighters. The PlayStation Tournament's FGC Arcade is back with the Summer Community Series starting this June.
Let battle commence.
Get ready for 6 weeks of scorching competition and awesome prizes across your favorite fighting games. Sign up in-game, on your PS4 console, or on the competition center at compete.playstation.com for your chance to win cash prizes and a round-trip ticket and competitor pass to EVO 2022. Think you're up for the challenge?